What?
Yo!
Yo!
Wait, there we go. Hi, how's it going?
Hi.
So. We have some recaps to do. We basically have 2 sessions worth of recaps to do, since the last time was a side adventure that also had a lot of significant plot development in it.
Did it though?
You have a
I mean,
clone?
kind of,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait. I'm hearing. Is anybody else hearing the reverb? Or
You're watching my stream and you're hearing me on the stream because you forgot to mute it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm an idiot.
No worries.
This is why I don't have enough bandwidth to both look at the stream and be on the stream.
Well, that sounds like a
This
you
is why.
problem.
I was like, wait. God, I set it up.
I'm over here looking at this like, yes, my favorite show, watching me.
So, first of all, who wants to recap from 2 sessions ago?
I feel like Mega should do it.
Get it.
Yeah, you missed it. Now you get to do recap.
I
dude.
curse you for doing that because I have the worst memory. Alright. Last time on this adventure of this campaign of the new world, the heroes had made their way to their conflict, but the conflict had a dramatic twist that no one had anticipated, so they had to react to that accordingly. And thus, they had gone out further to another area where they had met some wonderful, quirky individuals that we all had written things for and totally remember everything about them.
I mean,
Flawless.
I know I do.
So, 2 sessions ago, you had you had already left the Goblin Lands by air. You were assaulted in the air.
Attacked by Kink,
Mhm.
was it Kenku? Or just
Yep.
Raven?
Yeah, Kinku.
Kenku.
Sopa Smash.
A combination of both.
There were 3 Kenku, one of which Soba absolutely dumpstered.
I helped. I helped.
And then you, following that and some light travel thereafter, you have made it to the Great Tree of the Grippleys. You learned a little bit about the culture. You walked around. You committed a little impropriety as a treat, and were met with the Gripply Friend Sealet, who were very polite and explaining how Gripply culture works. You then went down to under the awning, which is just below all the trellises and actually on ground level below the tree. Under the awning, you found a strange bird that you were concerned about, and did some strange things and caught it, and pocketed the pendant that it was carrying.
And it was going to guide us to where its master was being held or hiding out or something.
Mm-hmm. A little bit hard to understand,
Also-
given that it doesn't have a language, but yes.
Sidebar, my cat is scavenging around where I'm trying to eat, so get ready for panicked cat noises.
Mm-hmm. Yay! Amazing.
Incredible timing.
Perhaps the most important plot development was learning about Betty's souffle. Mm-hmm. Betty has a new souffle recipe.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
And also something about the Gripply stones. I don't know. That's probably not important. The souffle recipe, though. Now that's clutch. And I would like someone to recap. Also for Magus, who is not here, I would like someone to recap the Gripply adventure, the Gripply Kids, as it's been called.
I also need the recap because I
You missed the end of it,
didn't
yeah.
see the last final bits.
Well, you know what, GD, you put Magus on the hook for that last one, so I think that's a volunteer for this one.
Ah, I find my own demise.
how does it feel, dictator?
Not great.
It'll be a bitch.
I too have a shit memory. I busted memory. After completing their 5-year journey to becoming adults, 4 little Grippleys went out into the world to
They
seek
never came
their. Yes, I changed it intentionally. And they had to explore. They had full reign of the town and decided to go on a variety of adventures. Soon, they after some shenanigans, they discovered they wanted to capture a ghost or a spirit as a gift to the bird people.
It was actually Husa wanted to become a priest, and priests have pendants with spirits in it. Therefore, they had to capture a pendant because they had a spirit, so they could become a priest.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
He wanted
Oh,
to be a
that's right.
Richard.
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
He wanted to be a what? Sorry.
They
Richard.
they didn't know what the word cleric
Yeah,
was.
Richard.
They just heard Rick, and then that extends to Richard.
Right. Okay, I remember that.
It's,
So they
it's,
had
um,
to grab a spirit to put it in their
Yeah.
holy symbols, so they could.
Claire
Claire Rick
got
is short
some
for
of the
Claire
money.
Richard.
Yeah.
That
it's
they got
Ripley
from-
rhyming slang.
And they went out to. They heard from a reliable source that the Kenku
Uh-huh.
have knowledge of said things because they come back from the dead, apparently. And on their way to the Kenku, they got sidetracked by a scarecrow that they were like, that thing's gotta have a spirit in there. And then
Okay,
shenanigans
but,
with
like,
skeletons ensued.
Really, really importantly, that scarecrow gave one of us a hug, and she very badly needed it.
And
It was a
passed-
skeleton that gave her a hug.
Yeah, one of the skeletons
Yeah.
picked up the poison dart
Oh,
frog Husa, who
yeah, it
was
a
so
skeleton,
touch
not a
starved.
scarecrow.
Who was so touch starved that she saw it as a hug.
Yes. And I have and at that point the signal cut out mysteriously.
I don't know
All right.
about you guys, but I am so caught up right now. You have no idea.
I think we all basically just took turns grappling the skeleton and just eventually took it home. And then we managed to get the spirit into the holy symbol. And then someone took the legs off the skeleton, and now Husa just has a permanent hugging friend.
Yeah.
The keystone of some of this, though, is learning more a lot about Gripply culture and how they think and act, which I think was very well expressed. But moreover, learning some very important things about both the Kenku and the Gripply. You specifically about the Gripply magics.
Did we really learn anything about the Kenku?
Yeah, we learned that they are extremely territorial, and that they like to make skeletons that hug us.
I don't think we've actually encountered a single Kenku in that session.
We did not. We only encountered
Nope.
skeletons.
That's
But we
that's
know
why I'm-
who made the skeletons, and
Uh,
wait, what were they skeletons of?
But that is
Oh,
something that
that's
you, the players, will have to figure out later.
Oh, that's
Oh.
we
I-
didn't
okay,
question
so
that for a
we're-
moment, did we?
Nope,
we're-
you did
we're-
not.
Well, if we're Gripply,
Yeah, we did not think about
if
that.
we're Gripply and we immediately recognize them as skeletons, would they not
Yep.
be Gripply skeletons?
No.
Maybe.
Also,
I was actually planning on handing that to Magus as a that's weird if no one else had brought it up.
Hey,
Yeah.
Magus,
It
what were the
literally-
skeletons,
It
Magus?
literally only just occurred to me.
by the way, Jay,
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Humans
By the
don't
way,
live
Jay-
here.
good call on just having my character fall asleep, given how I actually played him running out of energy. It's
Yeah,
kind of
He's sleeping.
appropriate.
he's sleepy. Bill, why don't you elaborate on actually Sprig? Why don't you elaborate on the nature of the Gripply magic, though?
We have figured out Gripply magic.
1 second. Sorry, sorry, I just cut out for a second there. Do I exist?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Does any of us exist, really?
It works when desires are to help someone else. And comes from blood, from animals and stuff being sacrificed at the thingies, the bulls. Oh,
Although, I mean, yeah, yes. And the Gripply refer to it as life magic, because blood, of course, is the river of life. And the it does require a type of altruism inherent to it, but it is almost like a minor wish. It is just simply taking the manifest of whatever is needed, and the Gripply do not abuse this.
Yeah.
And I believe your character build did something very interesting near the end there.
Yeah, we managed to get the spirit from the scarecrow into some Gripply magic. It maybe was a different color than it was normally, but it's probably fine.
No,
Yeah.
we put the scarecrow spirit into.
skeleton legs.
Yeah, you put the skeleton legs into the other crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it maybe made a little bit of a black crystal, but that's fine. It's good.
It's probably
good.
fine. They should probably just hand that to the adventurers.
All right.
I mean, maybe.
It is a delightful day out. It is warm, late summer, early autumn. The sunlight is completely obscured by the canopy of trees and by everything above you on the great tree. A couple of kids come running by you with some rather strange accoutrements, and one of them takes a look at something in their hand and just tosses it over their shoulder.
Soba looks at the kid and is like, "Is that the one wearing skeleton?"
I believe that's a skeleton.
That's a skeleton. What kind of skeleton do you think that is, Soba?
Soba would like to check to see what kind of skeleton it is.
I would
Oh, the
like to do
kids ran
so.
straight by.
Shit.
Can we
I'm
maybe
gonna-
roll perception to see if we noticed it in time?
You know what? Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and roll perception for a different thing though.
I'd like
By
to
all
to
means.
see where they drop that thing.
Nat,
Yeah,
nat
that's-
20.
Oh,
What did I get? I got. Oh, I got.
Wow!
Okay, well, I got a 20.
Double nat 20s!
Soba see everything.
okay.
I only got a 16 to see where the thing dropped.
You only needed a 15, so yeah, you do actually are able to collect what appears to be a black gemstone, very similar to the Gripply magic ones. As far as the skeleton, it appears to be some sort of Gith. Githyanki slash Githrazai.
That's
Oh, those
Wait,
things.
Interesting.
whoa. Did you say Githyanki?
it's
I think
either
I
Githyanki or
Githzerai.
Githzerai.
Yeah. But it's
I
not really
was-
distinguishable like skeleton.
Difficult to
I
tell
was-
apart by the skeleton.
Yeah.
I was
Never
just
heard of
not.
Yankee before. Do not
Yeah,
like.
I've never heard of this Githyanki before.
Okay, well then I guess your characters would not know.
Okay.
It is-
No, it'd be funny. It's funnier if Soba knows and no one else does. That's just why.
No,
That's fair.
No.
Yeah, no, it's that. Okay, no, I'm down for
Is-
that. I was gonna say
there-
I've encountered
okay.
them, but no, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Soba live on mountain, very close to space. See them all
Right.
time.
I want to ask
What-
that
what
since
kind
I'm
of-
so,
Huh, go ahead,
what,
GT.
what do they like?
Get Yankee, dicks. Get Razai, also dicks, but nicer about it. Like more.
yeah, I was actually wondering since I probably spent a lot of time and since these are like
Mhm.
noble virtuous fighter like knights that I'm
No, they're
supposed to-
assholes.
No. I'm talking about like my
Oh.
order, the Knights
Okay,
of the
sorry.
Square Table stuff. Can I roll to see if I maybe have even a chance to that I read a book about them, since there's a good chance I might have.
You certainly can, and I'll even give it to you for free with the nat 20. But at the end of the day, it is a skeleton, and there are no creatures of that race that you have seen in these lands.
Yeah, but
There are no native humanoids.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
basically, it's just a skeleton of a space alien, and we're just like, oh, a space alien skeleton. That's weird.
Huh,
Nice
weird.
case.
Where do you suppose they got it from?
Space.
It had to have landed here.
No. Maybe they went to space. Like, we don't know what kind of magic they can do.
Even for me, I do not believe that for a second.
My understanding is that a whole bunch of them don't have to breathe.
I'm gonna go over there and ask them.
Rodolak, can I get a perception from you, though?
Am I here?
Yeah.
This
This is just under the awning. This is, yeah.
Oh, because I was under the impression like these 4 Gripply were still doing their thing.
Oh, no, they just ran by the party. Yeah, sorry if I wasn't clear on that.
Okay.
They
By the
ran...
way, I guess I should note, since I think this is not long after what happened in the last session, I imagine at this point, like, Flicker's, like, muzzle and such is just covered in bandages and plaster.
Oh, yeah.
What he has to do.
From
I
being
rolled-
launched.
Yeah.
A 24.
Nice.
All right. The bird that you have, captured, I guess is just the proper word for it, is staring at the crystal that Koss picked up and has gone, for the first time, silent.
Oh.
That's
Bird do
probably
not-
Yeah,
not a
I
good sign.
May I
put it where the
attempt an-
bird can't see it.
May I attempt?
Mhm.
Oh, there's no insight in this game, right?
Yeah, it's one of the biggest limitations of the system, honestly, in my opinion.
I
All right,
think.
I think what I'm. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna suggest like investigation, but nah, that doesn't.
Well, I was actually about to begin one of my new leads. The current lead that we have is the mystery behind. Okay, let me type this out real quick. I'm allowed two leads, right? Or am I allowed 3? Or am I allowed my intelligence modifiers worth?
It's... I would have to look it up. Give me a second here.
By the way, do we have our runes that GD was working on?
Yes.
Right.
Excellent.
Shoot, I wish I could make a thread in here, but all right. All right, my current
I
leads are behind the new world and the mystery of the Kenkus. Those are my 2 leads, right?
Yes.
All right. So I believe, with my investigation involving this with the burb, I might be able... Oh, wait, I don't have an investigation roll. Futz. What is that in this? I guess occultism?
Cultism would
Yeah,
work
it-
for most things involving the Kenku. Though,
Yeah, so I'm going to be using
though obviously
my...
you can't...
Go ahead.
Though obviously you can't gain information that you simply don't have access to, no matter what you roll.
Yes.
Yeah,
I understand that.
One of the
Can I
one of the more
assist?
annoying. Okay.
What were you going to ask, Silva?
I
Oh, yeah,
was gonna
go
say
ahead.
one of the more annoying things about this system is the fact that, like, for investigation rolls, because it's so granular, it's not so much like I roll to investigate. It's what is the topic of my investigation, what ties up with it. So, like, if you're investigating an undead, for example, that goes into occultism. But if you're investigating woodland creatures,
werewolf.
then it's yeah, a werewolf. Then it's like nature.
I mean, I'm
Very-
okay with that.
It's very
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah, I like
It's
it. But
granular,
like,
but it
I
also
feel like-
means that like having skills in a bunch of different things is beneficial, and having 2 investigators can be 2 specialties.
That's fair.
I feel like you might should get like some kind of investigation bonus if you're specifically doing your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did check, and you're correct. You only get 2 ever. It
Yes.
doesn't scale.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
All right. So what I would like to do is based off of the behaviors of this creature, of the raven. Would I be able to determine if through occultism that the fetish that he is been carrying around is in communication or feels a presence of their master of some kind? If it's giving off some kind of like emotional energy or something like that for the raven to be resonating with.
And
Go ahead and roll it, but in addition, I want you to tell me what your background is with necromancy specifically.
Necromancy.
so I was going to say, can I assist in this?
Yes. Well, if you are, I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
that's up to you.
If Magus decides to ask the cursed person if he knows anything about necromancy.
Anyway, if you want me to provide my backstory about like my relationship with necromancy,
Yes, that first.
I believe there was a period at one point where, as part of the Department of Happenstance, because Rodolak was the resident occultist investigator, he was probably put in charge of trying to investigate a necromancy cult at one point.
Okay.
And needed to have and mostly his interaction with them was not field work, but more work through their objects and their paperwork and a lot of the items and stuff that had been revolving around it. Basically, it was like doing the equivalent of archaeology with this cult that's still active. I guess that would be anthropology?
Anthropology, yeah.
Yeah, it's anthropology. Anthropology is archaeology where you guys aren't dead yet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So in this instance, would the anthropology of a necromancy cult count as anthropology or archaeology?
Depends if you like how the cult is.
Wait, what?
Okay, hang on.
Wait,
Hang on.
repeat
No,
that,
this is actually a very good question.
That's a
Is
fair
the
question,
leader
actually.
a lich or not?
Wait,
Is the leader of
repeat.
the cult a lich or not? Because if he's a lich, then it's fucking what's the word? Archaeology.
I mean,
Yeah.
what if he's a really new lich?
Then it's
Do you
still,
have
well, then that's grave robbing then.
Do you have experience with Lich? Out of curiosity?
With a lich, I think that it would be. I think that I should probably flip on it, because here's the thing: I'm under the. It's entirely possible that Rodolak might have been dealing with the lich, but was never told that.
Ah,
But you don't know if it
Yeah.
was whether it was anthropology or archaeology.
gotcha.
Or grave
that
robbing.
sounds-
So do you
That
want to
sounds
flip a
possible.
coin? For this
Absolutely.
sake?
Go ahead and flip a coin. Yes. That's
All right. Let me see. Do we have a D2 in here? We don't.
I feel like the
Oh.
Archmages of Necromancy for the university CC went to was a lich.
I have a giant
Should've
coin that I
risked
could flip.
it.
All right, go for it.
Okay.
so.
Heads, it was
All right,
a lich.
call it.
Tails, it wasn't.
Heads.
All right.
All
so I
right.
got heads. So yeah, it was definitely in regards to a lich.
This appears to be similar to a phylacracy.
A phylactery?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, does anybody here need to know what a phylactery is?
I think I would like to know.
So, as he's looking at the all right, are you okay with me calling it a fetish, or do you want me to call it like an effigy or something? Because I know some people get
Yeah,
weird about it.
I'm a-
That's the proper word for it. I don't mind.
Yeah, it is
I
the
always
proper word
wondered
for
why
it.
it's
Calling it a
called that.
fetish is kind of anti-Semitic, so I wouldn't.
Really?
Really?
did
Yeah,
not know that.
phylacteries are Jewish.
Yeah,
Oh,
that is
yeah.
true. That is
Oh.
true.
Calling it. Wait.
Wait, phylactery or
So calling it a
fetish?
fetish or calling it a fetishes?
Calling it a fetish is kind of racist because a phylactery is. Oh boy, so a phylactery goes back to.
No,
ancient
I know that.
Yep,
No.
Yep. What?
But my
Calling
question
it a,
is.
calling it a fetish is it has implications Because
Okay.
fetish goes back to very, very Eurocentric and kind of racist opinions held by white people about black people in Africa.
That is true,
Okay.
actually. It's
Yeah, that makes
I-
sense.
I did not
For-
know that. Thank you for clarifying.
For the record, my personal stance is that the meaning of those words has changed enough over time that I'm not uncomfortable using them, but I will defer to anybody if anybody is uncomfortable with those phrases.
It's
I
it's
think for
I'm not, but if,
like our particular game,
Mhm.
I looked up the definition of it. Fetish is an inanimate object, supposed magical powers, because it's considered inhabited by a spirit. So like, who says
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
holy symbol, which for example would be a fetish because there is
Yeah.
a spirit in it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So my question would be like, isn't calling it a phylactery because that is a specifically Jewish thing, the anti-Semitic thing.
That is?
I mean
It's also explicitly the D&D thing, and people who are playing a D&D game are not.
Yeah, but D&D is also like kind of explicitly,
It's-
me personally, I would say probably not the best idea to call it a fetish.
I'm fine to roll with that, but it is a phylactery just by not by traditional anthropological standards, but by Dungeons and Dragons
by
fantasy
D&D.
standards.
Yeah,
by
yeah,
D&D
it's
word.
It's
okay.
it's
The
just the
word-
word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
D&D stole the word. It's-
Mhm.
Yes. Well, and it's about like what people are comfortable with, and I'm not.
Yeah,
Saying-
let's
yeah,
just move on. Let's move
yeah.
it forward though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to trigger the
Thank
Oh, no,
you.
it's-
semantics
I
of
didn't-
No, I
terminology,
really,
but-
really do appreciate it.
I didn't even
Alright.
know it.
No, no,
Look,
please don't apologize. I mean that I appreciate it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Look,
yeah.
I have to use this like 3/4 of an anthropology degree somewhere.
That is true.
Fair.
That is true. I can respect that.
Yeah, same.
Anywho, so what term are we going? Did we settle on?
Ghost jar.
So-
Let's just go with ghost jar if we want.
can say
I mean, you can
Phylactery
if you call
is
it a
the term,
phylactery-
but I would
Alright,
say I would just go with
I'm
trinket.
just gonna call it I'm just gonna go with trinket for the time being.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the phylactery is like what I'm going to be referring it to, but it is like more of a common thing of like calling it a trinket. Because some people are going to look at that necklace and be like, I don't understand why you're calling it this.
Mhm.
So
That's fair.
Mhm.
I'm looking at the trinket and I'm saying, I believe what we're dealing with here is a phylactery. Cue mystery music. Anybody got mystery music on this thing?
Oh, I wish I did.
Something with vibratones.
Silva,
That is not remotely.
No.
I know. I was struggling, and that was the first thing that came up.
Silva's going to gasp, and then she's going to hold out her hands like, "Can Silva see it?" She's not even. She's a really bad liar by this point. You knowing her, she is
Flicker just-
going to try and break it.
Flicker just goes, "You mean like that of a lich?"
Can Silva see it?
He looks over. He glances over to Soba and says, "Now hold on, Soba. There are several reasons why that would be a very bad idea. Each one more compelling than the last."
Number one.
They did the break.
The first
Number
one, just don't do it, because I said.
Number two. I think
I'm
you'd
go-
make the children sad.
Can you stop speaking for me? I'm going to explain.
Look,
Sorry, I had
look,
I
we're
had to
giving
get
you
that out of me.
we are giving you less compelling reasons. All right.
First off, we don't know where the origins of this phylactery is going to be coming from, and having this in our possession gives us leads on where we might be able to find the origins for it. Second off, we don't know if breaking it is actually going to be anything effective, because for all we know, this could end up unleashing the Lich. Third off, if we do end up breaking it and it does actually break, there's no telling how many other phylacteries are going to be around, and how right put out that Lich would be if they ended up knowing that we broke one of them without having without figuring out their whole deal. Now, by my research with some Liches, not all of them are unreasonable. That being said, I would like to at least assess how much on the reasonable scale they are before we decide to start destroying their phylacteries, because that is, to be perfectly honest, a fight I don't think we're well equipped for right at this moment.
Just as a quick aside, this is your first time holding on to one and actually analyzing it, but you have seen a couple of this trinket before, just as a reminder.
Recall knowledge.
I mean, this is your character. Your character would remember.
We saw
You.
them on
I know.
all of the, all of the Kenku we've dealt with before, and the Raven back in Landfall.
And one
the
at Granny
Raven's
Biscuits.
office.
Oh,
Yes.
I also, I have to ask something. The kids have it, right? We still didn't
Alright,
ask them
No,
to
we,
take
no, we
it.
took it. No, they threw it.
It
They
was
threw it because it
from
was
Bird.
shit.
Oh,
No.
that's what they threw away.
I
Okay.
have
I'm gonna
it.
make a.
Herb.
I'm going to make a deduction here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make what role. I'm trying to figure out what role would be appropriate for this. I imagine it would be Arcana in this particular instance. The trinket that we had seen at Granny Biscuits,
Mm-hmm.
was it hers? And if so, would I be able to reasonably conclude that she might be the Lich?
You can reasonably conclude that it is not, because it was on a shelf of things that were given up by by people in the town.
Okay.
That was
So-
the uniting thing of everything on that shelf was that there was stuff that people had thrown away that that once meant something to them, that Granny decided to keep as a memento.
Okay. Follow up on that one. Are all of the items that were on Granny's cabinet? I'm using this as like a recall knowledge to remember
Yeah.
the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Were all of the items that were on that shelf from people that were currently populating that town, or were they from iterations of that town prior to us arriving?
They were from people who were in Lanfell.
So, conclusion, one of the people we brought from Lonfell is a Lich. Because if they gave up the phylactery, either they worked for somebody who was a Lich, or they are the Lich and was giving up that piece of an item to cover their ass.
We
Which
do know
has-
there's at least one Lich in town, though.
So
Yeah.
They got a.
It wasn't anything that she was hiding.
wait,
They-
hang on. Do we? My brain is stupid.
The Witch.
No.
Oh right.
The Witch?
Yeah.
The Witch in Town Hall.
The one
Okay.
who's the one who's replaced her body with a straw doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
she's
the
dead.
one
Thank
major
you
NPC
for-
in town that you never talked to.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
one
was
we didn't.
gonna
I never
say-
actually spoke to her, but now
Yeah,
here's the
yeah,
thing.
Which is
Remember this
really
character.
funny.
We are
It's
all talking
really
over each other a
funny.
bit. I just want us all to be conscious of that.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing.
It's just that witch. That
It's
witch
exciting, I
bit
know.
Really funny. The fact that she's the only one we never talked to, and Sprague, you and me set them up so that she and the android were friends. So the two characters, like the one character we talk to the most, is friends with the character we talk to not at all.
All right, now here's
find
the
that
following
funny.
question. Based on what we know about that witch, I know we've never spoken to her, but
Mhm.
these Kenku attacks have been happening long before we got here, correct?
Yes. This is an
Okay.
ongoing conflict.
All right, it's been an ongoing conflict. How many years has it been going on for?
Presuming that you would ask someone in the Gripply Frenzylet, or then this has been going on for, yes, effectively they've been
Their
harassing
entire
for.
lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How long does a Kenku? How long does a Gripply lifespan last?
About 30 years.
Okay, so it has to be a minimum of 30 years.
Maybe
So,
it's adulthood
I
at
think it's
5.
safe I think it's safe to say that the witch that's in town is not the one that's commanding the Kenku. However, I think she might be a reasonable person for us to have a conversation with about the nature of this trinket. Because the trinket that was in Granny Biscuit's collection Was it identical or was it similar? Like, was it similar in feel? Okay, similar in feel. That doesn't mean it's the same thing.
Correct.
Okay. I don't want to accidentally red herring.
I know that's. At least no
I
harder
didn't
than you have
pick
been.
up that. I didn't pick up that feat. So because I trusted myself to not be an idiot.
Wow, that's really kind of unprecedented for this group. Good job, buddy.
That I caught myself in a red herring.
No, that you considered yourself not an idiot.
That's. I think you made. That sounded meaner than you intended it.
It did sound meaner than I intended it to. I meant it to be like we say mean things about ourselves, but yeah.
I confirm. Anyway, time to talk to the kids about the skeleton they found. As I walk over to them.
All right, so.
Oh, they are long gone. Yeah, they
have.
Oh no,
Good
I
luck.
I did imply earlier that I was gonna try and catch up with them and ask them about the skeleton.
Okay.
I
apologize.
Oh yeah, go ahead and finish your thought, Magus.
Yeah, sorry. I apologize that I'm harping on this one, but I feel like this is an important detail to figure out before we jump too deep into
go
things.
Go ahead.
All right. Do I have a clear idea in my head of what Granny Biscuit's trinket looked like compared to the one that I'm looking at right now?
I will say yes because you're an investigator, and this is in general with all of any sort of recalled knowledge stuff. Your character who lives in this world is going to have a better memory and focus on it than us who have to go out, and stop playing after weeks on end. So I am almost.
It's only been like a day or two.
Yeah. No, Granny Biscuits was a couple weeks ago, but yeah.
Oh, was it?
The last question that I have, and I will I'll stop so we can move on, because I know that I'm gonna end up spiraling if I'm not careful. I would like to make one last roll to discern the differences in construction and magical feel between these two, to see if I can discern the kind of magic and the kind of nature the owner of this trinket would have in comparison to the one that we have in town.
Roll both Arcana and Occultism. Give me both results.
Okay. Rolling Arcana first. That is a 17. Ooh. That means I got a 28 for Arcana.
Okay.
That is a 19, which means that is a 30 for Occultism.
Okay. This is not exactly the kind that a type of phylactery that you've worked with before. It is clear that that is the purpose, though it is made in a different way than you've seen. Sort of like how you could recreate the Gripply magics if you had a strong enough spellcaster, but you can't really. It's a different type of form, a different type of magic. It's just from a different type of creation. But more specifically to that question, they are different in settings and aesthetics, though the actual construction and the actual stonework, the stonework appears to be nearly identical, though everything else surrounding it, the setting, the chain, some fancy setting. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what it is. Iconography. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Is
right,
different.
I have not seen this kind of iconography before. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Okay. All right. So I've gotten little bits of detail for here, so I can start building an idea on what I'm doing on this one. So I hope this information has been helpful of me trying to figure this out.
All right, let's circle. Let's take a moment and circle back to GD.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much when they ran by and when they were running by and I did my perception check and I realized what that skeleton was.
Yeah.
I pretty much immediately, I went over them to ask them where they got that skeleton from, because it seemed with that nat 20, did I notice that it was also moving to an extent?
once you catch up, you will. And,
Oh, yeah.
Husa, why don't you answer?
I'm sorry, what?
That's you.
What am I answering? I zoned out.
Go ahead and re-ask.
Excuse me, children. Stop, please. Let's ask you about that skeleton.
So Husa turned. She's like, "It's my hug friend. He's the only one who can hug me. What do you want?" And she's gonna like reach behind and like clutch the skeleton from behind very closely.
Do I notice that she's a poison dart frog?
I think
Is
it's
it
pretty clear,
noticeable?
yeah.
She is
Okay.
okay. So like, if you remember the Friendsilet, she is like
Yeah.
borderline identical to the poison dart frog on there, except
Who's
she is
also
like
named
half the
Husa.
size.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's like from what you can probably tell, like they are either siblings or like one of them is the other's parent.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, are you by any chance related to the lady from the Friendsilet?
Her eyes go wide. Oh, you mean my big sister Husa? Yes, that one.
Oh, didn't know she had a.
Yeah.
Did not know she had a sister. Oh.
Yeah, I'm her younger sister, Husa. No, not that one. I mean, have you met our our other sister, Husa? Not that one either.
I believe I do. She is confused at this point. He has like the one eyebrow low, one eyebrow up. In any case, I must ask you. And at this point, do I notice that the skeleton is actually the?
Oh, yeah.
having-
Mhm.
Do you know that the skeleton on you is moving?
Yeah.
Okay,
My own friend.
okay, that's okay. That's
Sorry.
Mystery
that-
solved.
yeah.
Very well. Have a good day.
Could you just stand still so I can examine the skeleton here?
She's gonna
real
like
quick?
She's gonna step away like a little scared. She's like, "No, you're gonna hurt him."
No. I just want to take a closer look. I think your friend resembles something that I've seen before.
She's like, "Okay, but don't be too rough, or I'm gonna hug you."
I'll take that seriously. Flicker just pulls out one of his like magnifying glasses to examine. Huh. This
It
is
do be a
Githyanki.
skeleton.
Of a Githyanki specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, get Yankee or gets the ride. Like skeletally, there's no difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh really? They have no skeletal
No,
difference.
like they are the exact same species.
Yeah,
It's just
it's
like
a
they're-
gift.
yeah.
okay. I was
it's
about
a
to say
cultural-
one's racist, but like actually no, they're both racist.
Yeah, they're both.
They're both racist,
now
but
a
in different
way.
ways.
And that's
Yeah.
that's
Flavor.
One's Robert E. Lee racist, and one's your grandmother racist.
Yeah. God,
That's a sentence.
I
That's-
feel like
yeah.
that is
Boy.
way. I feel like that is way too accurate. Because they are
You know
racist.
I'm right, is the
Spoken in
best
order
part.
and on purpose.
No, it's
Yep.
shockingly accurate.
Yeah. In any case, have you? Do you know what a Githyanki is?
you do not.
No, I'm asking her.
I'm feeding
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, no,
to-
I was not
Oh.
going to have the 5-year-old fucking
was gonna
Ripley.
Okay, you just have to. You
I'm
just have
sorry.
to be
Who said the GIF scholar does not know what a GIF is?
She's gonna think for a moment.
No,
He's
he
gonna
just,
think-
he just has to confirm that this is not something that they've seen
She
locally.
blinks very slowly, and she's like,
Okay.
"A Gilbanki? I think I saw one of those by the river. It was tasty." Like she completely misunderstood what you said and think you've said like
I
some
want
sort
to
of
say,
like river
I
bug
want
or
to say
something.
Flicker is intelligent enough to know that she misunderstood.
Like
He,
this, yeah, this is not an intelligence thing on your end. This is her being fine.
yeah.
Real quick,
Yeah.
Husa, real quick.
Yeah.
This is a skeleton, and as far as your character knows, this is just what skeletons look like.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, doesn't your skeleton look like this?
Not the head.
Like anytime that any story that has a raised skeleton, it looks like this.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like I've heard plenty of stories about skeletons, and they always look like this in all the stories.
Right. Do you mind telling me where did you find this particular skeleton?
He found me though. I don't know.
Aww.
Some would say, who rescued who, really?
Well, okay. Okay then. Can you tell me where he found you then?
There was a field out in the woods, and there was a screaming scarecrow. And then when the scarecrow was screaming, he came and he gave me a big hug because I was scared.
Mm-hmm.
And then he started walking me somewhere, but like I think he got lost because I wasn't going home. But we got him back. We gave him the right direction. He's a good friend. And his legs came off. I don't know what happened with those. I wasn't paying attention.
So Flicker here, seeing as how you see, like the skeleton's not really going to be moving anywhere, it seems, so long as it's not using its arms to move. And if he wants to hold on to her, yeah, I think Flicker can assume that this is gonna be. He hopes it's gonna be harmless. Right. And she did say the direction of where the field was in, correct?
Yeah, like not the location, just the direction, because I don't think
It's towards the
Gripply are
river.
very. Yeah, I don't think
think-
Gripply are very good at cartography.
Yeah, well, I think direction from town is all that's needed here, and if it's a field, it should be relatively easy. And if it's like a farming field, it should be easy. No. Thank you, Hasa. Did I get that right?
Husa, no, not that one. It's a very important name. I'm gonna be the first Richard of all the Gripply.
Flicker's only response to that is, actually no, he would be curious enough to. May I ask what is a Richard?
Well, it's something that like your people have. It's like a person that does like religion and stuff. They have these little charms. She holds up the one that she's wrapped around her hand. You know, it has a god in it. I made one. It has a god in it too. It screams when someone comes too close, and I don't like them.
Roll me Arcana about GD.
Yeah. I am resisting to be the actually guy, but I feel like Flicker's just the. Is this for you said Arcana, right? Let me check my. So that's 9 plus 13. So that's
Okay.
22.
This is a very strong amulet.
Do you? Oh, did not expect that answer. May I take a look at that?
She's gonna like kind of pull it and be like, "No, it's mine."
No, I'll give you back. I just want to see how impressive. Before he says this, actually, Flicker is doing the chin scratch thing, where he's thinking, "I'll give it back. I just want to see how impressively amazing it is."
She's gonna like unwrap it a little bit and hold it out, but she's not gonna let go of the other end of the string.
That's fair.
That's adorable.
I did not imagine she would. Do I notice anything unusual about it, like etching or?
No. It is just a very well crafted amulet of alarm.
You said you made this.
Well, we made it as friends, all of us.
Oh, this is.
I don't know if the rest of her friends have all like fucked off or not. I don't know.
I mean, I think the GM can determine that.
I mean,
Uh,
probably at this point.
Yeah.
They're very excitable.
Honestly, given how we played them,
Yeah.
Is like she's visibly like vibrating, trying to
they were carrying Pizzazz back home because he
Yeah.
was asleep. Anyway, you should be very proud of yourself. This
Yeah.
I am a maker of fine things,
Oh.
and
I-
I pull out like one of my little clockwork toys to present to her. See?
She's gonna have a look at it. She's gonna turn it over and be like, "Where's the spirit?
Oh,
Doesn't have a spirit in it."
Well, okay, what do you think is the shape of the toy? Do you want?
I'm imagining. I don't know. I'm imagining like a little like clockwork soldier or something. I don't know.
I was imagining like I wanted it to be. I was thinking frog, but like I definitely want something more bipedal. I was thinking originally. So I'm just gonna say. I'm gonna say it's like it's.
Clockwork Legionnaire.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's go with the standard. Let's go. Why deviate from what we know?
Yeah, yeah.
And so he does the motion like after she says that he says he does like the motion with like the finger of wait, and then if you heard that, as he like twists the little thing on the back. And it starts moving, and he puts it on the ground, and it starts moving towards her.
She's going to scream, grab her crystal, and she's going to bolt. Like absolutely, she absolutely just screams it because she doesn't recognize it as having a spirit, and then it's moving, and. I have to imagine that with Kenku doing necromancy, there has to be like something, like akin to like spiritless magic or some shit. I don't know. So she just screams and runs with her crystal.
They usually love that.
Soba just comes up and she's like. It moves by itself. Honestly, kind of spooky.
Oh, so you came in at the tail end of that, did you? Sure.
Soba still was, fuck. Rodalite still not let Soba crush crystal. Upset.
Well, he picks up like the Tin Man and puts him in one of his pockets.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought all of us were there and we were all just being quiet.
I mean, from how the scene seemed to have played out, I went off on my own to like.
Yeah, I figured you just sprinted after him.
Okay. Alright, sorry. I thought we were all
all
there,
good.
that's my B.
I mean, I think
No
it's given how much given how much I've talked, I think it's plausible that you might have catched up and you might have caught the tail end of it. I don't think it's implausible. In any case, well, she does. So do you want to be there or do you not want to be there? Up to you.
Depends if everyone
think it makes
caught up,
sense.
'cause I don't think
I think
anyone
anyone-
too far from the black crystal.
I think anybody who wants to catch up can catch up. It doesn't seem like it's that
Yeah.
difficult.
So-
Also, the black crystal and the phylactery are two different things.
Oh, the phylactery. Okay, fucking, I'm dumb.
Just to
I'm
just
sorry.
to just to yeah, just to be clear on that.
Yeah, she's gonna try and stay close to the phylactery then.
Okay.
That is being held
Well-
by Warlock.
Okay.
Yeah, the black crystal is concealed in my clothes.
Yeah. Flicker like after
yeah.
he picks up the toy, he like comes back. He pretty much says, "Well, that was definitely a Githyanki skeleton on her back, and it was moving."
Okay, 2 questions. What does that mean, and what is a Githyanki?
1, necromancy. 2, alien.
I mean, wait, what? Like, we're
Alien
aliens.
from another dimension.
Oh, from... That doesn't... I don't think that's real. Anyway,
If only your belief could change the truth.
I mean, it has so far.
It's like the whole point of magic.
Have you not noticed that every once in a while, like, I like open my mind and like a giant beam of light shoots from me?
You know what? Fair enough. But in this case, your belief is inconsequential, for it is true.
So
Well,
at this,
we'll see.
so at this moment, there are several directions that you can go. You can head back to Lonfell and investigate more things there. You can head back to the mountain range and we deliver some news to Musteltas. You can head to the east. You can head to the west to the river and into the Kenku lands. You have many options, or you could begin the journey south because you have not even touched the marshes.
Oh, we
So
could.
I don't think that we should go north, because I think that if the Kenku not the Kenku, the Gripply and the Kobolds are going to have some kind of trade, they have to establish it between themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of have to trust them to do that. I think the Gripply are forthright enough that we can trust them to do that.
Do we want to examine the field to the north to check out on the on that where the girl got that skeleton?
West, but
Sounds
yes.
like a normal farm.
Oh, west. Okay.
Yeah, it's towards the river.
Our original plan, at least, was to go west to the river and use the river to travel southward through the Kenku lands to reach the merges.
Okay, that's perfect. We
Marshes.
can...
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, yes, I think that, like, I don't know if you noticed this, but those were children. They found a farm, and that was a scarecrow.
That doesn't change the fact that... are we talking in character?
Uh-huh.
That doesn't change the fact that that skeleton was moving.
Yeah, well, that's the
They
kind of
found a moving
scarecrows they've got.
They found a moving skeleton next to that farm. We should probably investigate if it's on the
I mean,
way.
that tracks with them having phylacteries just hanging around on ravens.
Plus, Soba could get to smash some undead.
Yeah,
So
no,
this is
Soba,
right.
you want to smash them undead?
Soba want to smash, yes.
Okay, let's go check out the farm.
Honestly, skeletons are a fairly ideal guard for a farm.
Yeah,
They never
We
need
should-
to
they don't get
rest.
hungry very much.
They don't
should
get
still-
hungry.
We should still ask
Not
if
to
it's...
mention that even if they fail and fall, they just turn into fertilizer.
Yeah.
that is true.
God.
We should still investigate just to make sure that no other Gripply are in danger.
Everyone started talking tactics, and like I'm choosing to believe that my own zoning out from being sick is Soba's eyes glazing over as people talk about tactics.
Fair.
And then the moment someone
I-
brings up smashing undead, Soba snaps right back.
Let's go.
honestly, honestly, the main
Yeah, no,
reason
that's exactly what I figured too.
Honestly, the main reason Flicker brought that up is because Soba hasn't smashed something in a while, so he's just
Mhm.
kind of doing it.
Yeah.
Soba did a really, really big smash. I think she's settled for a little bit.
Soba hunger for more smash.
Yeah, but this
You
is
guys-
smashing on death. This is just a morale boost.
Yeah, we're going west, and we're gonna go smash a skelly.
Yeah, Soba smash.
As you begin to travel, there is some. Let me say to. There we go.
Oh,
As
this
you
is the
begin-
farm?
No, this is on the way to the farm. This is about
okay.
judging by your map, which, though, to be honest, the farther west you go, the more you begin to doubt the accuracy of the map. It seems to be mostly accurate around Lonfell, with not too many people being familiar with the outlying regions. But insofar as getting out here, you find a very pleasant meadow that you can walk through. And the It's a little bit of a floodplain. The grass you're walking through is a little bit soggy outside of outside of some trails, and to either side of the path, there's about waist high grasses along it. In front of you, though, there is Flicker. There is a small toy, just sort of walking on its own. It has a large, round body with a big Mike Wazowski eye and spindly hands, and is hunched forward and just sort of trudging.
Wait, what did you describe this thing as? A small
Toy.
Toy.
Oh, toy.
Mm-hmm. About the size
With,
of a small kobold or gripply.
And it has a big Mike Wazowski eye.
Yep, it's yeah.
This sounds like something he is familiar with.
It looks like a
Can
beach ball.
Oh
Can
god.
Can I roll what Arcana or hold on? What's the best for this? Maybe crafting to recognize it?
I think crafting would probably be the most appropriate, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I know my craft.
Oh yeah, no, that's. Woof.
Nice.
It-
What's the-
It is it is definitely autonomous and definitely a crafted creature, though more intricate than anything you could picture, and it does appear to be moving entirely autonomously. Its body is metal, and a metal that you recognize. Are you going to? As you start to get close to it, I assume that you are going to be on this path, and
Yeah.
it's going to turn towards you and look up, and it is going to walk right up to you, around you, and start pawing at your backpack.
What the? Whoa, hey. Oh, whoa!
What's in your-
What is
What's
it
in your
doing?
backpack?
Hey, Flicker. Flicker, you okay? Do you need a hand? Cece,
Like,
is this one of yours? Did you make this?
It's definitely not mine.
I'd ask if it was one of Flicker's, but it hasn't exploded yet.
Flicker, can I have your backpack for? Flicker, can I have your backpack for a moment?
I think I might know what it's looking for.
What's it looking for?
He finagles in there and he produces the gear he got from the vanishing cart.
I will say mouth, but only in the most tenuous sense, opens beneath the eye. It actually looks more like a VHS slot than a mouth, if I'm being honest. And 3 pencil-thin fingers reach out of a pencil-thin arm and doing grabby hands at you.
I think this must be it. Hits. I give it. There's no inside check, so I'm just gonna go with the good-natured version of my character and just give it to him.
All right. It takes it and slots it into its maw, and its attitude immediately changes. It straightens up, it looks much more attentive, and it starts looking around. It walks up to you and looks at you. Honestly, it looks at you for the first time. Before it was looking at your backpack, not so much of a sparking recognition of you. It was looking at your backpack. Now it actually looks at you. Looks you up and down, rattles a little bit, and then moves. Walks up to Rodelac, looks you up and down, rattles a little bit, and then moves. It walks up to...
I back way over here, so it's not. It's gonna come to me late.
Okay. It walks up to Soba, looks up, falls over backwards, then stands back up, shakes itself a little bit, and moves. walks up to Cece. It looks at you, it looks at your chair. It looks back at you and then at your chair again. It reaches out a finger towards your leg. And a small wisp of metallic liquid touches your leg. Cece, you are overcome with you're stricken, really, with a dreadful sense of calm. It is warm, like you've been sitting in front of a campfire for too long, talking to friends that you haven't seen in months. It is cool, like wandering in a moonlit night in early autumn. It feels right. It feels good. It feels calm. It feels right. It feels right. It feels right. It feels...
This is like absolutely like Cece has taken enchantment lessons and stuff before. Being
Yeah, can I-
stricken with emotions suddenly makes her immediately recoil and roll her chair backwards.
Cece, I would like you to make a note on your character sheet of a new skill. You do not know what the skill is yet. You don't have a name for it yet.
Okay,
But you have a new skill.
Skill.
And I will need you to roll it. It's at a +2 right now.
I'm scared.
okay.
Did I recognize what the thing did to her?
1 second.
20.
Does that
I'll
be-
check
That'd be
later
good.
on, but yeah, do your thing.
Does that beat your will save?
Will save.
I'm
Yes,
guessing, yeah.
I think my will save is 12 plus 12.
Mm-hmm. It's actually more relevant that it is against your will save. That's actually the important part. The feeling passes, and the sensation fades away. That was odd. The
So
creature
we're
then
gonna-
rattles a little bit. No, feel free to go ahead. Feel free to interrupt this. This is...
Soba's gonna like lean down and be like, "Should Soba kick little creature?"
Break it.
Can I
Don't let it get anywhere near me.
recognize what the creature did?
You cannot.
No.
Damn.
That thing
Soba was
freaks me the-
asking. Soba
that thing
was
freaks me out.
asking Cece specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I still interject.
Just like leans down to Cece and be like, "Soba smash."
I'm going to. I think I lost my water skin from last time, didn't I?
Did you?
Yeah,
I
I think I
think
used
you
it. for-
might have.
I think it's safe to say your character would have picked up another one in the Gripply town. I think that's the kind of thing that's safe to say that your character would have done on their own, you know?
You need a water skin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any
Just
sort
to
of traveling
travel.
requires it.
Let me see if I've got a alchemist kit of some kind in my inventory.
I mean, if you need an alchemist kit, I can probably
Grab.
provide
I'd
you.
like to get a sample of that fluid.
Yeah, I'll.
Be careful not to touch it.
The fluid
Yeah,
is...
I got-
There's no more fluid on the thing itself. Anything that has touched Cece appears to have gone inside. The creature will
Mhm.
rattle
Yep.
and then
Mhm.
start walking towards Kas.
Soba,
Soba kick.
smash it.
No.
Yeah, Soba is
no,
going
no.
to like just run. Soba's gonna run towards this. Hang on. Soba's
Flicker
gonna
and
run
fold.
towards this little creature as quick as she can. She's gonna football kick it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Field goal.
Okay. Okay. Part of me, I'm gonna let you guys choose. Do I interject myself between the kick, or do I peanut remove it out of her way? Like I pick it
Okay,
up.
here's
Like
the question: are you faster than Soba?
I am.
Yeah. No,
wild.
like this is a roll off. You should try.
Honestly, yeah, I'm okay with this being a contested roll. It's not like it's combat or anything. You guys are just making a contested roll.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah.
Soba was told Soba smash, so Soba smash. So hang on, I'm gonna make. So I'm assuming we're making attack rolls, right?
Well, convince
Oh,
me on
God.
what roll you're
We
making.
both
I mean,
rolled the
you're.
same.
Oh.
Oh. Wait, what do you
I have
roll?
I have a +3 to my dex. What do you have?
I have a +4 to my strength, which is what this would be.
Oh, is
Okay.
that how this works in this instance?
Well, because I'm
Yep.
kicking it.
I mean-
Kicking it.
Yeah, but my
She's
goal
trying to
is
kick it real
it's-
fast, and you're trying to dodge into the way. That makes sense.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be either acrobatics or athletics, your choice. Unless you want to convince me on
we're
another
using.
skill.
Okay, well, we're using. Okay, what's your? Okay, so my athletics is +11, so that's a 20.
My athletics is a +6. If we want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Soba wins that.
All right.
I was more banking on my dexterity, adding to that.
I
What's your
mean,
acrobatics?
Yeah, what's your acrobatics?
That is the one thing I am not. That is the one thing I thought it was gonna be like a flat roll, and then we add like the thing that we relevantly wanted to do. For me, it was
Oh, no.
dex to be.
Oh, no, it
fast.
jumps
I mean, if I'm doing like a football kick, that would be athletics in the pure sense of the word.
And
I guess the only question I have is, would Soba pull back with the knowledge that GD is clearly trying to stop you from doing this?
Soba's only knows two things right now. She knows that this thing touched CC, freaked her out. She was told to smash it, and this thing is just. She's imagining a tuning fork at the other end of the field. That is
The way
all
I'm
Soba
imagining-
knows.
that all I'm imagining is like you managed to kick it, but I put myself in front of it just in time, and he then team rockets into the.
You go
nearby.
off with the machine.
I'm
I
okay
can
with that,
glide.
actually.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
okay with
fine.
that.
I can glide, thankfully.
Yeah. So hang on, would the machine survive you colliding with it?
I am a softener. Somehow I feel like Flicker is can take more damage than the machine does.
I mean, you do explode on a regular basis, though. So, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so Jade, with a +4 strength modifier and a +11 athletics, how fucking far does he go?
You get sent a good chunk into the field, and there is a pretty solid dent in the automaton's body and your rib, but that'll probably be okay.
The funniest thing about this is, right, Soba canonically wears sandals, and I choose to believe nothing doing on her end.
That tracks.
Fucking
That 100% tracks.
Bare sandal kick, and she's just like, nothing.
So I'm just imagining
Just gives her
you.
more control.
I really wish I had like a little. Oh, yeah. You know what? That was a perfect way to put him down there. I'm just like imagining. I'm just imagining like if you go looking for him, you just follow the. that you hear across the forest or swamp.
Soba didn't even recognize she kicked. She was like, she just heard everyone else. It's just like, she's like, "Dot not look as small as Soba think. Is Soba getting soft?" She's like, she's like testing her biceps.
No, Sova, you did fine. I say, I'm like mildly
As you say
freaking out. Like mildly, I appear to be sort of shimmering. I'm in like every space around where I'm actually standing because I'm freaking out. This thing came close to me.
I'm
If it
imagining.
show up,
Sorry, go ahead.
if it come here again, Soba smash again.
I like to imagine that as you said, no, Soba, you did fine. You still hear him like screaming as he's flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I imagine
So,
Team Flicker blasts off again quite often.
Go ahead, Cece.
I feel like Cece is probably at least trying to do a quick check of her leg because that was kind of freaky and it touched with like a liquid metal thing and
Mm-hmm.
Mercury is no joke.
There is no sign on your leg of any contamination, contagion, or poisoning. Your leg feels normal now, right now. As have those intrusive thoughts.
So Jade, this is a question I normally do not like casually asking. What did I take any damage, or are you willing to put that to a story thing?
I mean, I'm fine with this being narrative. There will be combat in the near future, but I'm fine with this being narrative for now.
Okay.
But you do have a heavily damaged automaton in your arms. The big old dent in the side.
My chest plate also has the dent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's the chest plate anymore. I think it's the chest now.
All right.
Gets up, I guess.
Well, now
Flicker
I'm curious as to where that, who gave up that gear.
Flicker's not gonna immediately come back, as he is in fact going to start examining the automaton. While he's
Mhm. Yeah.
trying
Also,
to-
you can see me watching for you in the line of the trees. I probably can't see you very well, but you can probably see me because I'm standing out in the field,
Mhm.
and I'm like ready and also very unstable.
Yes, your refraction is acting up a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Silver kick again.
As far
Right.
before I will get to you, Flicker, in just one tick. Let me just really quick respond to Magus. This was not something that was given up. This was something that was traded for. Flicker bought this from the Vanishing Cart.
True, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the things that were on sale at the Vanishing Cart didn't belong to somebody previously also.
Entirely valid. I'm just clarifying. I feel like it wasn't the Granny Biscuits thing. It was the Vanishing Cart thing.
Yeah.
That's all. As far as going back to Flicker, though, the creature its leg is twitching, and it is trying to, it looks like it's trying to massage itself. If you look closely, every time it tries to massage over the dent, it does actually repair it a little bit.
Ooh, fascinating.
It did not break through,
Did
by
I-
the way.
Inwards. Okay.
Yeah, it did
no,
not-
I
it
was
did
Silver
not
gotta
crack
kick it
through.
again.
I was just trying to simulate like
Mhm.
man getting kicked in the lungs.
Oh yeah, totally. No, I was saying on the automaton, it didn't crack the shell. It just
Like,
heavily deformed it.
so it's like fixing itself like by massaging itself.
Yeah, running its hands over itself. You can see a little
Can
bit of
I-
a glimmer as it does so of that same little metallic liquid. Just a
Oh.
tiny amount though. Enough to make it glisten as if oiled, not enough to actually like collect.
Well, that explains some things.
I can't believe it. Sopa's gonna have to kick it again.
I back up from where I'm at and rush over to Cece. And Cece, I ask you 5 questions all at the same time. And I don't mean like I ask you 5 questions in succession. I mean I ask you 5 questions at the same time.
Possible questions. 5 possible timelines.
What are the questions?
Are you okay? What did it do to you? who are you? What's going on? And oh my God, are you okay? Please be okay.
When am I is probably another question.
That I'm okay. It touched my leg and put some kind of thoughts into my head, and the reflex took over. I'm CC, as Ciara Hickey. And I, out of character, forgot the other one.
No, that's much better than I wouldn't expect you to be able to understand and answer 5 questions at once. So
Yeah.
I love our party.
This is a great party.
We have.
I do too.
Okay, so we have the former wizard who's sworn off magic for technology. We've got the pyromaniac who thinks himself a knight. We've got the guy from like 6 different timelines all at once. We have the fluffy investigator who has honestly seen some horrid shit and probably needs a lot of therapy.
like
And then
we're
we- and then
shipping
we
me
just have,
somehow.
like-
How is
Then
that
we just have
possible?
Mountain Scholar Soba, who knows shit that she should not, while also not knowing what the difference between a salad fork and a normal fork is.
Okay, but I don't know that either. So you know.
I don't think anyone
How do you
does.
not? Actually, hang on. How do you not know what the difference between
Bitten
them
to
is?
handle.
My character I'm talking about, my character doesn't know because he's mostly lived as a refugee.
Yeah, it's fair, actually.
Wait.
Okay, fair.
Does
'cause
this
if
mean
you didn't
Soba?
know, I would be very.
No, one of them is bigger than the other.
Does this mean Soba
Cece,
doesn't?
one of them is
Soba
bigger than
knows
the
the
other.
difference between a salad and a regular fork.
I think that's what's being implied.
Soba doesn't.
Yeah, no, Soba absolutely knows. Soba does fancy dining.
This
I-
is an
okay.
earthworm jib sketch.
My
This is
joke, my point being was that Soba knows like a lot of really niche shit, but like super common knowledge shit completely beyond her because it's social stuff she wouldn't have encountered. Are you telling me like salad fork and regular fork is not like a super common thing?
It is
Am I
less
just
common
being
than
a
you
red
think.
coat here or
It
what?
is not for me.
I
just-
literally only saw the physical difference in the last couple of years.
Oh
I
my
just
God,
had forks previously.
I'm just being aggressively British right now. I'm sorry.
Wow,
Okay.
okay.
I just eat salad with pork. Pork is for
Sometimes-
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to colonize you now. That's just how it goes. I guess. I don't know.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair.
Hey man, just remember that
I-
forks were predominantly something that was done in the Arabian Peninsula before brought to Europe, which the
Yep.
person that did was mercilessly mocked for not using the appendages that God had gifted her with, her fingers.
True.
Yeah. I absolutely fucking love how stupid medieval Europe was. This is look, this is why I this
Get
is why I got
colony
my degree.
pilled, son.
This is why. This
As
is
I was-
why
What-
I fucking made
what just
anthropology
happened?
my degree.
What just happened here?
What? Why
I
is
just
the ground
reverse
gone
Uno
down?
card the fucking.
I was gonna say, I'm from a Slavic part of the world. We've been colonized by everyone by this point, except the British.
All right, hang on a minute. I'll be right there.
Anyway, well,
Uh,
unless we don't even get that many British tourists, I think.
I am
In any
from a
case.
part of the world where 90% of anything I eat is with chopsticks.
Reasonable.
Oh wow.
Really?
It's just, yeah, I can cook with chopsticks, I can eat with chopsticks. It's one tool, very simple.
I
All
didn't
the
know
time.
I didn't know Canada was
just-
such big fans of chopsticks. Shit.
I was
I'm
actually
not-
gonna make the joke of like
I'm
I come.
not born from Canada.
I'm
Oh,
just
you
making.
weren't? Okay.
I'm just imagining the jokes. Like, yeah, I come from a place where 90% of all of our food is eaten with chopsticks. Like, yeah, Koreatown, Los Angeles.
That's right.
That tracks.
That's how I've always eaten food. Is it most of the time it's just chopsticks because it's the same tool every time. I get the
Hey.
one thing I need. I eat with the one
do you-
thing I need.
God.
Are you-
okay,
so,
actually,
are you-
really-
This
to
is
explain to
food
you,
tool.
Are you
we have
eating your
we have
Cheetos
different
with
sizes of
chopsticks?
spoons and forks. Well, everybody does that. No, but like we
I-
have different sizes of spoons and forks, and it's ridiculous and silly.
There are
And
four
you're
different
just
types.
supposed
There
to
are four
know.
different types of spoon, 3 different types of forks, and 5 different types of knives.
Look, I know the
There are
difference.
way
I've
more
had
than
fine.
5 different types of knives.
Okay,
True.
that are
All right,
traditional.
hold on. Let's refocus a bit, shall we?
Sorry.
Yeah, no,
sorry.
that's good.
No, fine. No. This is awesome, and I definitely like.
We're mildly in the weeds on this.
Yeah.
I need to just say one thing. Flicker next to probably Rodelac, and that would probably be the only guy in the room in the area that knows the full dining set and how it's supposed to use it.
Oh, the sinkhole has repaired itself. That's good.
Oh, good.
Okay, but
Silver
yeah, but
was
this
worried.
point, but this point, so is the thing up by now?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. Okay. So Flicker tries to talk to it, I guess. I wouldn't recommend going back there right now.
Why? Why we not go back
Are
there?
you
No. He's
No, he's
talking
talking to
the
He's talking to the thing.
Oh.
thing.
Are you question? Are you holding on to it?
I guess so. I want to say okay. I want to say I am, but it was only because I was like looking it over, trying to examine it closely while it
All
was
right.
mobile.
It is going to go back. Okay, the sense you get from it, I should say, you feel like it no longer sees you again. As in, it is sort of just looking around and gently trying to move away, but not like struggling, but just like just gently trying to walk, despite the fact that his feet aren't on the ground. It's not very bright.
And I gain no other information from like watching it repair itself overall.
You gained the information I gave you. Yeah, that's.
Well, besides that,
Not unless you want to ask a specific question. I mean that's it. Yeah, it tries to repair itself as best it can until its appendages seem to work, and now it's going to try to waddle away.
oh, whoa! Where are you from, little fella? Yeah, he's just asking where it's from. I assume it doesn't really respond.
Nope.
I concentrate for a moment and then ask Cece if I can examine her knee.
You're welcome to if you need.
Okay.
Need.
So I'm gonna do something very Flicker. First you say what the result of that is.
Yeah.
It's a 25 occultism check. Is there anything going on that I can see?
Occultism wise, no. It seems normal. Medicine and occultism will reveal nothing.
You're cutting out there.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you cut.
Heck.
Medicine and occultism, and then you cut out.
Medicine and occultism will reveal nothing.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's fine. That's what I checked.
Alright, so Flicker is gonna do a very Flicker thing, and he's gonna bring the thing back in his arms.
Mm-hmm.
You
Cece
seem
will
fine.
try an Arcana check investigating her leg.
Okay.
And that's a 27?
There is no arcane response from your leg. Less so than than normal. Less so than just like the natural ebb and flow of life. It is.
Did it?
There's
Did
no,
it keep you
yeah.
mad?
There's nothing going on with Arcana with that.
think I know what it was trying to do with.
Yeah, it was coming anywhere near me, and you keep it away from me. You saw what it did to Cece, and I'm not having it do anything like that to me.
No, I think it was
I'm
Hang
trying
not
on.
to
fully
fix
sure
her.
what it did other than tinker into my brain, which I'm not comfortable with.
I think it was
Yeah, no,
trying.
that's plenty.
I think it was
Valid.
trying to fix her.
Hang
Yeah,
on.
it didn't do a good job.
May
I
I?
propose we investigate in much the same way it tried to with me.
I'm going to make a.
She just produces a set of tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Go,
I'll be
Precision
over here.
smash.
May
Absolutely.
I?
go ahead. Yeah.
I was gonna say, based on that, I would like to make an investigation with, in relation to the magical disappearance, the magical nature, the magic behind the New World lead.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to do an Arcana check to see if the feeling and effect of this is similar to that when we pass through the veil to get here.
It is not.
Okay.
That's free.
All right.
um.
I deduced a similarity.
No,
had to
it's
check.
completely valid, but I'm not even gonna make you roll for that because yeah. If you try to get the automaton anywhere near CC or Rodolak, it doesn't even notice. If you try to get it anywhere near Kas, it will squirm and try to run.
Does it recognize that Soba kicked the shit out of it?
No, it does not even recognize that you exist. It keeps on looking past you as and all of you. After that moment, when it was fed the gear, after that moment, it has gone back to how it started, in that it doesn't appear to actually see any of you
Except for Cass.
except for Kas.
And it doesn't like me.
And it does not like
So
you.
what is it that you? So what do you think it was that you did that caused it to have this concern?
I don't know, but I want to destroy it.
Kaz, do you
Maybe
know
it can
this
tell.
thing?
What was
Kaz,
that?
do you know this creature?
I haven't the slightest idea what the hell that thing is, but it freaks me out.
It seems to react primarily to you now.
I just have one last thing.
I
wanna
would.
do. I'm gonna do-
My suggestion is disassemble it.
I was gonna do a perception check to see if this thing is sentient enough that we would have like moral qualms of disassembling it.
Yeah. My suggestion is, regardless, disassemble it.
Well,
It
I'm
seems-
not about to unalive something
Yeah.
Yeah.
without understanding it.
I
It's-
will let you
Okay.
roll this.
See,
Mhm.
all right, I'm gonna do. I guess what
Can
perception?
I help? Can I assist him in that?
Perception, and you can assist with crafting.
Okay.
I'm gonna take 10. I'm gonna use
Oh,
my
yeah.
Oh,
insurance.
Okay.
19.
Hey guys, have you noticed when
32.
we're not in combat, we do things really good?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I
Yeah,
assisted
sometimes.
him with crafting, and it's a 32.
Okay. So, Rodolak, it does not appear to be sentient any more than a tree or a rock or a wind-up toy soldier.
All right.
Flicker.
Yeah.
It does not appear to be sentient in the same way as a living creature, but it is much more so than a tree, a rock, or a toy soldier. You may do with this information however you please.
I'm still trying to play. Okay, I think I'm gonna.
Yeah, I think you're okay. Yeah, I think you're good.
I
It's
I
a
think-
sufficiently advanced automaton, not unlike CC's spiders.
Yes, he belongs to someone,
Probably
and
just like more advanced than that, obviously, but
I'll just put him somewhere out of the way, and pushed him into another direction.
Where are you going? Flicker, I'd quite like to, and she's still got the tools in her hands.
Yeah, like I think it would be safe for her to dismantle them and try to figure out what's going on with this.
Have we considered vivisection?
That is many words and has lots of V's. So I like that. Do that one.
I can just
Now.
reassemble it afterwards. I just need to get a look inside
it's
to see
just
what's
a
going on.
thing.
I'm going
put
to
it back together.
I'm going to diplomacy and say to Soba, now, I don't think Vivi would really appreciate that.
Oh.
Do I need a diplomacy roll that?
No, Soba's gonna nod and pretend she understands what you said 'cause she doesn't want to sound stupid.
Okay. So
Social pressure. Social pressure felled the mighty giant.
So you're going to attempt to... Are you going to attempt to, how to phrase this? Disable it before you attempt to do what it is you're going to... Tell me how you're going to go about this.
How did you describe it again? Please.
It is... It is a beach ball with a big eye with four limbs.
No. It's intelligence, the thing that I rolled crafting for.
It appears to have some more comprehension than a simple automaton can, but it does not have any actual intelligence in the sense of how you would understand it. But but it's definitely moving beyond the capability of what you would understand an automaton capable of, and you understand a lot about what automatons are capable of.
So it's essentially like a semi-smart drone, if I had to put it in a modern context. With magic, you tend to not know about these, not be certain about these things. But I guess so long as we put it back together, it might be worth, examining. I'd be lying if Flicker wasn't curious. As long as we put it back together, it should be fun. Alright, I would be lying if I were to say I'm not curious, so long as we put it back together and send it on its way.
Oh, of course. It hasn't done any apparent harm, so I don't intend to do any apparent harm to it.
So
I
I
did
bring it up.
tinker inside my head, so I feel it's only fair to tinker back.
I think that is kind of fair. Anyway, he puts it down over, like, let's use this rubble for, like, a table, I guess. Flicker is just...
Flicker falls upside down through the terrain.
It's extremely funny. Okay, so
yeah, it is.
now that you actually have your hands on it, something you haven't properly done before, CC, you recognize the metal that it's made out of.
Is the funny metal?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's mithril?
it's mithril.
It's mithril.
It's what we have been. It technically, I'll give you the name is Viridium, but yes, it is effectively like a titanium slash a titanium alloy type of in a fancy setting. But if you want a name for it, it is Viridium.
Viridium.
Okay.
So it's not mithril?
Not properly.
This is strange
So
material.
it's like
That makes sense
mithril,
because
or
if
is
you were
it like-
growing mithril, it would be green.
This is strange material for the area.
Wait, hang on, Jade. I'm confused.
Hello?
Okay, so what we've been finding this whole time, that's been mithril, right?
No.
No, it hasn't been mithril this whole time. You've just been letting us think it's
It
mithril.
just yes, exactly. Now you haven't. Yeah, I mean, it's not. It is like mithril. It is like titanium. I had not given a name to it. You had your characters had compared it to mithril, and I just sort of rolled with it.
Let
But
us roll with it.
Okay,
yeah.
so it's great value mithril then.
It is.
Okay.
It is in comparison to mithril, but it is not mithril for a couple of reasons that are, I would say, are probably not important. But knowing CC, they'd probably be extremely important. So never mind on that one.
I lean over. I lean over towards Cece, and I gently tap her shoulder with my elbow, and I say, if this isn't mithril, it means it's technically a new metal alloy that we could name We could call it seaside. As he gives like he opens his mouth in like a very like smug expression.
So this is actually like a metal that's already named, though, that Cece knows.
No, you would not know this. This is no.
Okay.
I'm giving you a name
Meaning-
for it if you want it.
Okay.
I'm
As
proposing
the colonists of
seaside.
this land, we get to name it.
I
That
think
is
we
fair.
should name it
That's-
after me. We should call it cesium.
Of course, Soba. That's how colonization works.
Exactly.
I vote
Soba
for
knows this.
Flicterium.
Yeah.
I vote for Flicterium.
Right then. But if you do peel back some of the outer paneling, which is not an easy task, but something that you can manage with your tools and with time. Though, to be honest, you might need to build a fire to heat some things up.
How is it, how are the panels affixed?
They appear to be molded into place, but you can find the seam for that mouth slot that you saw earlier.
Hmm.
Inside of it is the precision and size of the smallest pocket watch that you could imagine. The kind of pocket watch that would the finest aristocracy would fall into tears over. Across the entire of the internal components, layers upon layers of gears so small that you can barely comprehend how they were set. Set in timings with dozens of crystals and one larger crystal closer to the center if you actually disassemble it that deep.
I think it's
Yeah, I
safe
feel
to
like
say
she
that
100%
Yeah.
like she sets up things and labels things as she's drawing a schematic of
Mm-hmm.
the outer shell, at least. Just to make sure, absolutely make sure that she can fit everything back together
Mhm.
again.
I think
Between-
we can say with
Go ahead.
sorry. No,
No, go ahead.
I think we could say with certainty that the local Gripleys have not made this.
This
No, and it's certainly magical to some extent.
there is more intricacy in the articulation of the finger than anything that that either of you have created or conceived of. Creating a full schematic is a fool's errand and would take you decades.
Yeah, she's not even gonna try with the
Mhm,
internals,
okay.
with the exterior at least.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And probably the articulation of the finger, at least, like a couple of elements that stick out to her. She'll make a copy of the schematic for just a couple of elements.
Mm-hmm.
But the internal, she's just not even gonna try to disassemble.
Okay, that. All right. The articulation is not exactly the correct word because that implies a moving joint rather than a metal that, for reasons that you can't quite put your finger on, appears to gain and lose a fluid-like property. Giving it almost a cartoonish sort of movement.
I'm gonna assume the end of that sentence was cartoonish sort of movement.
Yes. So sorry. Yes.
Not your fault.
What if it is?
Well, then I'm gonna blame Soba.
Reasonable. I accept this blame on Soba's behalf.
Why you blame Soba for this?
I feel like if she's gonna do a hardness test on the sometimes liquid metal,
Mm-hmm.
just like check how hard it is normally.
The answer's a lot.
It's
The
Surprisingly-
hardness is again akin to a titanium alloy.
Keep in mind, Soba still dented that through a softener too.
Mm-hmm.
The softener being flicker, of course.
There is near the intake port, I shall call it, a small vial that is in glass. The gear is not there anymore.
Oh.
Wait, as in the magical gear?
Yep, the gear that you fed it is not no longer visible. But there is a small vial near that point.
She will take the vial out just to see how it responds.
Mm-hmm. If you remove the vial, the creature will become despondent. More so than usual.
You might have to clarify that word for me. That is the first time I've heard it. but it
Depression.
sounds-
Despondent is
It's
like
the
extremely
state it was
sad.
when we first found
Yeah.
it, right? Where it was kind of
Yeah.
like slumping around.
Exactly.
Okay.
Who said before being hugged?
I feel like she'll pour. I think she will pour a small portion of the liquid into another vial of her own,
Okay.
and then she'll give it the original vial back.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And then she'll reassemble it.
All right. You can add like, say, 20 milliliters of cecinium if you wish.
Yeah, what's CC calling this element?
Until we at least know some sort of properties around it, I don't feel comfortable giving it a name.
How about goo?
Unobtainium. It's unobtainium.
Temporary
Clearly.
name. I vote for the temporary name to be goo.
Goo.
No.
Goo is good.
What is ooh? I will also accept the ooze.
What I'm putting
Get
down
out
on
of
my
here,
sheet,
Ivan.
What I'm putting down on my sheet for right now is 20 milliliters Modron goo metal.
Yeah.
Goo
Reasonable.
Goo metal.
Yeah,
works
no,
for
that's
me.
yeah.
That
All right.
tracks.
I volunteer that anytime someone outside of the party refers to this material, you have to hear the drums in the distance going dun 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 dun.
No.
I'm just thinking. My brain is just going to Nickelodeon Gak. I can't stop this anymore.
No, not the cat. No.
I'm thinking of
Why would you do
the
this?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ooze.
Yes.
That was my original thought.
Yeah.
That was where my thought was going.
Hell yeah, great dictator.
All right.
Excuse me. I am a connoisseur of cartoons. I will not have you. I will not have you slander me like this.
I
My
would
brain
never
did-
impugn you that way.
It's fair. Right then. That is the information that is gleaned.
Glint.
So long as it's running away from me now, it's fine. I don't care about it.
What if Soba
Right.
kick again?
All right. So after we reassemble
That is an
it,
effective way of getting it to run away from me. Soba.
after we reassemble it, I put it like at the edge of wherever we are, and I just like put it on the ground and like give it a small like a very gentle shove in a direction.
Okay. After that, it will look up, look around, hold its finger into the air, and start trotting off to the south.
And start what?
Trotting off to the south. Am I cutting out again?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Heck. Let's see if that fixes it.
Yes.
So we'll pick up rock and throw it at the machine.
I give Soba just like a little side hug.
As this thing's running off, Soba just gets like an intrusive thought. She picks up like a tiny pebble, and so you ever see like those old Tom and Jerry cartoons where where his owner gets really mad at him and he runs out the house. And so like she picks up like a slipper and throws it
Oh,
like a
yeah.
step on the horizon and it just
Yeah, at a
Boink.
distance.
bang.
100%.
Yeah, but I see that and I go, I like you, Sova.
But like you too.
Also, I want to note something on calling me a pyromaniac. I am a accidental pyromaniac. There's a huge difference.
Accidental is come on now. That
He
is
doesn't
mean,
for
At a
things
certain
to
point, when it
explode.
keeps happening, it's not accidental anymore.
exactly.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Experimentation requires sacrifice.
Okay, elusive man, calm down.
All right.
Flicker becomes the villain of the campaign. On accident too, somehow.
Amazing. Okay.
So yeah, we continue on west.
We
Mm-hmm.
stupid smart weather. That really got you.
I love a super
It is.
smart
It is
weather
a
joke.
weirdly funny. It is a weirdly funny, basic ass joke, but it works.
Mhm. It's a good one
Yeah.
though.
So what's so funny about the joke? They've just combined March and March. Wait, it's March.
The wheat is not ready for harvest yet, but you can see the fields of it, as well as a field of tulips nearby as well.
I'm noticing
And-
that effigy off in the distance.
Yeah,
I'm-
bit.
Yep, it is a scarecrow with a it is a scarecrow effigy with a large raven's skull up atop it.
Of course, it's a raven skull. At least we know who's responsible.
It does
But-
help that they always sign their crimes.
It does. It does, doesn't it? I'm still.
Hey,
I
hey,
am
hey!
still-
You know what? They're goth. They got an aesthetic.
Oh, I got
True.
booted from the game at some point. Fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, you
Okay,
DC a few
that's
minutes ago.
that. Yeah, I'm sorry. Fucking.
No worries.
It happens.
Jade, I'm looking at your stream if that helps.
No.
I've been looking at your stream more than anything. It's just,
Oh no. Then
Yeah.
you should probably ignore what I'm doing right now.
Oh. No, I'm not going to.
Oh no.
I don't know. Jade gives us the best camera angles.
I try.
Oh, my camera.
Oh, where'd my
camera angle.
my token's
busy-
gone. Shit.
Yeah,
With
we're
my
on
camera
that
angle, I'm
now.
busy
All right.
reenacting the opening The Rescuers Down Under through this wheat.
I don't know
Oh,
how you're
I
doing
don't have
it.
permissions anymore. Shit, I can't put Soba down.
Yeah, I had to wait for you to reconnect fully until you got your
Yeah,
permissions.
I'm sorry.
You're golden now.
I think
Don't worry,
the biggest surprise of this area is not the wheat field so much as the doily field or daisy field or whatever
Tu-
plant that is.
It's supposed to be tulip. Well, okay.
Tulips.
I don't actually have a tulip field, but yes, I think we have chrysanthemums here.
We're not the Dutch. You don't have to be that specific.
Maybe, but hey, you don't know. Maybe there's some Dutch people in the audience.
I don't think that those are real people.
Smash
So-
cut to Soba, like pulling apart her jacket, and there's like a Dutch flag. You never know who's
Okay.
Dutch.
Okay,
I need fan art of this now.
any of you, name what colors are on the Dutch flag right now.
Blue, white, red.
You're right. You made it too easy.
See, no one knows.
It's a sideways Italian flag.
Is it really?
Yeah.
look
I
it
thought
up.
it was a
Do it.
sideways French
I haven't-
flag.
I don't
Probably
know.
the same thing. Yes, sideways French. Yeah, same thing.
Oh yeah.
Not
it's
the same thing
blue,
at all,
yeah,
don't
it's
worry
a
about it.
sideways French flag. Yeah.
It's it is.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it's 100%.
Yeah, I remember from the
Yeah, the joke, the meme
the
about it.
meme that there was the Dutch flag
Yeah.
and the French flag pillows. The Dutch flag
And one
is
of them costs more.
$5 and the French flag is $15.
Yeah.
You know, I'm actually still surprised. I'm failed to recall the exact details, but there's a very interesting reasoning why a lot of flags look alike, and especially in Europe.
Is it colonization?
No,
Well, they can't.
surprisingly, it's not. It's just them like having like similar elements, if I remember.
Yeah, I mean,
and-
vexillology
and-
is not that complicated.
Yeah.
It's not.
But
it's
very
not,
cool.
but- yeah.
Yeah, no, I really like vexillology. That's why I know the word.
I mean, there's also the fact that like the majority of Europe, like let's be honest here with ourselves. Most of Europe shares a fucking language. Like,
Yeah,
No,
mean, one of
okay,
two.
look, just about every single fucking language in Europe either traces back to either early Proto-Germanic, or it traces back to Latin. And at some point, they fucked.
And then there's
What came out
Finnish.
the other end was slightly different.
And then there's
but, like,
Finnish.
I'm from a
Proto-Germanic
region
and Latin fucked, and they made English, and like Finnish also exists.
Yeah,
Li-
and then Finnish is
listen,
just like its own thing, just doing whatever it can. Anyways.
listen, I come from a land in between those. I can
Yeah.
vouch for it.
You come from
That's
a
fair.
Slavic country. Technically, you weren't considered European until Russia fucking finally stopped being.
Hey. Let's
Hey, where's
refocus, shall we?
Europe?
Now sounds like a
Okay,
fantastic time to
Who
refocus.
started World
Sorry.
War One? It was my part of the world.
That's
So yeah, we're European. as
hey. So
anyone
there's a
else.
giant effigy in front of you. How's that going?
Can we please investigate that?
Sorry, I needed to finish that sentence.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm going to sassy for it though. But yes.
No, yeah, you got you. Legit.
Like okay, like
Anyway.
just great dictator knows. Like you know, there's no malice there. I'm purely speaking
Oh
from an
no,
anthropological
I'm
perspective,
joking.
right?
I'm 100% joking.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually have a picture of my father who is dressed as one of the wild and crazy guys, but not as a joke. He's just dressed like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I feel like I'm missing some context for that, but later.
let's
yeah,
late.
I'll send you a picture.
Anyway, Flicker shall do his usual, and he shall examine the effigy.
I come with you because if it's dangerous, somebody should be there to do violence.
Also,
All right, I'm gonna
it's-
pull you back
also-
a tiny bit.
Oh.
I mean, because
I'm gonna say, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
fair.
trigger that's. I'm gonna trigger that's odd.
all right.
Didn't those children say that this thing screamed?
And
How do we
that's
know
odd.
it's the
The
same
F-
one?
it's weird that the effigy doesn't. You know, it's a skull on top of it. It's just a really large raven skull on top of it. It shouldn't be able to to feel like it's turning to watch you. It doesn't seem like that would track. It doesn't seem like it should be able to track you. And yet,
And yet,
Indeed it does.
I mean,
And
it does seem like you cut off after and yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it does feel to me like it should be able to do that because like
Oh,
that's
no,
the
I-
kind of thing that I would watch for.
I cut off after and yet.
Oh, okay.
That was the statement. It is and yet ...
Yeah.
No, I just figure that it's tracking me. Like, if there's a skull
think
in
I
the world
should-
and it's not tracking me, I think that's weird.
all right,
That's-
I'm gonna do
Should I,
something.
should I shoot off the skull?
No,
The reason-
give me a second.
The reason I
Yeah,
stopped you
let
here.
Rodolak do his investigator
I
thing,
will give
yeah.
you a second. The reason I stopped you here is because it feels like this is where you're supposed to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh wait.
Oh, I see.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, we get a feeling about it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, that makes
All right.
sense.
Yeah.
Next, I still have the trinket, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna hold it out, and I'm going to move it far to the left and then far to the right to see if this effigy is tracking it.
It tracks your eyes, not the trinket.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say it. This is telling us what it wants us to do, and we don't need to borrow trouble. We could go around.
Yeah.
Are any of you looking to reap some wheat?
While Rodalak's doing his investigation, Soba reaches down and picks up a pebble. Not gonna throw it. Just in case.
Just thinking about it.
Yeah, in case Rodalak says Soba smash, you gotta be ready.
Yeah, no,
Soba.
I'm just gonna say, like, guys, I think this has rules. I think we follow them. We don't have to actually do anything here. We could just go around.
Actually, quick question: who has the phylactery again?
Rodalak has it.
Yeah, Rodalak. That's what Rodalak's
It's why
talking about.
Soba tries to like
I
keep
look
him
over
in
to
eyesight.
I look over to Soba and I say, Soba,
Yes.
do me a favor.
Yes.
Throw that pebble into the wheat field.
Soba's a little confused by not being told to throw it at the scarecrow, but she does. She hucks it directly towards the middle of the wheat field.
Do any ravens come out? That answers my question.
Oh no.
I love the fact that they were initially like smaller than the
Oh
wheat.
no! It's the gift in the grass!
Oh no!
And they're doing a
Must
spinny.
destroy space alien.
The effigy screams.
The lights in the wheat field.
I would just
No.
like to say, this is what I was saying we shouldn't do.
Soba.
I mean,
Meanwhile-
to be fair,
Rodalak puts out his hand like as a weight motion, and I say and gestures it towards Cass and says, "I will take the L on this one."
yes.
Meanwhile, Soba's already pulled out her sword and it's just like mine.
I mean, I like to think that Flicker had his like gun hand at the ready.
I'm going to do
Rodalak?
an occult. I'm going to
You-
do an
you-
occult. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go
No,
ahead.
you first. No, you first. You first.
I was going to
You're
say,
having an argument and having a you go first, no you.
yeah, but our argument is, I was going to say, you did Soba a big favor, so don't worry about it.
I mean, to be fair, I did tell Soba, hey, want to smash some undead? So
Yeah, no,
it's
that
like-
was also what I said. So, like,
Yeah.
I can't argue with it too much.
yeah.
Yeah. Like I just want to like from everyone else's perspective, like this is a party full of intellectuals and Soba is just like Soba like used to think that she was the smartest person she knew, and now she's like, oh no.
Just for the record,
Soba doesn't even speak English right.
this is a very intellectual party, and I love the energy that Soba brings to it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It's-
it's,
it's-
like
I like
borderline.
Y'all think
It's-
that my extremely paranoid character is intellectual.
Honestly, it's what it is that we're playing the ideal high intelligence, low wisdom party.
Yeah.
Like,
Because
Yeah.
again, my character very smart, but has no wisdom.
yeah.
My character is also very smart, but not experienced.
Anyway,
My character is
I would
extremely
like to.
charismatic, not very smart.
I would like to do an
It's so-
occultism check on the effigy to make sure that just confirm that it's like a watchdog, like a sentry spell or something like that. Do I need to roll for that, or is that just obvious by this point?
At this point, that's pretty clear, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I feel like we gotta get rid of this just to make sure other Gripply don't run into it by accident again.
Oh, we're going to initiative.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no.
no,
I did not
just
say.
in case there was any question about that.
No.
was
That
not.
was no.
To be
question. I was
to be
just- I
clear,
was just saying-
what
I
happened to
was
those
just saying
Gripply is
that-
way, way worse than if they had all died.
7 plus.
As he-
what-
As Rodalak says, look at it this way. Now they have to come out of the wheat to come at us.
Yeah.
I'd rather be fighting them in the open than in there.
Alright.
Yeah,
All right,
fair.
I'm a 7.
You've got to be kidding me.
So
Go
that
ahead and
is
fill
a
it.
that is a 23 on my end.
Go ahead and fill out your.
22.
Go ahead and fill out your
Oh, yeah.
your notes here, if you would be so kind.
Just choose one.
How do I have nothing to initiative? Doesn't my dex count towards my initiative?
No, it's your perception.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
your perception.
Ah,
Perception is way wildly overloaded in this system.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
that
A little bit, yeah.
that's at the
But-
14. Okay.
So, if you recall, at the beginning of combat, everybody is allowed to make a skill check. Everyone is allowed to make a check for a knowledge-based skill.
Okay. I think for me, no, that would be a cult. If
Wait,
and
wait, why are we
question-
in descending order?
I don't know. You
I'm
guys
just
did it that
putting
way.
it like according to the numbers that it's pointing to. Closest.
Oh, those are the round numbers. That's not even relevant.
I still
Yeah,
can't
just-
see this. I still can't.
figure
see
you
this
can-
Squares for me.
You can just
Oh yeah,
arrange
no,
it.
for me that's a blank white screen actually.
I
Yeah,
can't move
For me,
this.
it's like.
Hmm?
For me, it's like white squares and blue square. I don't
That
know.
is so
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I don't have a better answer for it right now, unfortunately.
I don't know.
Why can't
But
I
you can
can't
see
move
him,
this
right,
thing?
Jade? You can arrange him?
I can see him, I can
I
arrange him.
Yeah, so that's
So
the
I-
important thing.
I can manage it.
I
don't
had
know why
another
can't-
campaign
there
with
we
this.
go. You do that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll just...
Yeah. This
I had
is-
another
this is like
campaign that used this
Is it
exact
just-
way of tracking. Sorry, I had to get that.
I don't know, just to tack on to what you were saying before. I think my favorite thing about Soba is occasionally like she just busts out something that's just folk wisdom that should not work, and it does. Like the pickle juice.
It's
Like I think that's my favorite thing. Like Soba was like one of the smartest people in her village, and it's not academic approved at all.
It's folk
Well,
wisdom, you know, and like some
Well,
of it
folk
works and
wisdom,
some of it
yeah.
doesn't.
Old
Alright.
wisdom is the wisdom for a reason.
So
Yeah.
real quick down the line, would you like to make a discovery check, Cece? Any roll that yeah.
Actually, the thing that she is looking at for this area is,
Mhm.
how is this field irrigated?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, to be fair, isn't it like
Just
aren't we in a rainforest environment?
You're getting
Oh,
closer to you're getting closer to the river. You can't quite see it yet, but going by the maps, you shouldn't
Yeah.
be terribly far away from it. And the river comes from the mountain, so it is freshwater. Of course.
I think I'm gonna do a engineering check, a lore engineering,
Mm-hmm.
just to see like, is there a canal that was dug to connect to this field, or do they manually carry buckets of water or something somehow?
Okay, go ahead for it.
That is a lot.
Yep.
One second. Like 29, I think.
Mm-hmm. You do not see any canals or anything of that nature dug, but, well, there's a bunch of skeletons here. Skeletons can carry buckets pretty
Yeah.
easily.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, it's possible that we may end up needing to deal with reinforcements coming in from the river.
Soba.
So Soba is going to do what she do best, and she's going to try and look at her character sheet to see what she can do. Actually,
Yeah, this is just a real quick discovery checks. Is there anything you would like to roll
yeah,
for
yeah. I'm
information?
just trying to see
Okay.
like what my stats are.
Gotcha. Just making sure we're
Um,
on the same page.
This. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's way better than what I was gonna do. Alright, so Soba is going to use her knowledge of necromancy from her village,
Mm-hmm.
and she's going to try and identify whether these skeletons are being directly controlled by someone, or if they're like, you know, given pre-programmed orders. And with that is a 6 plus 7, so that's a 13.
If they're being directly commanded, usually it requires some form of line of sight.
Somewhat.
Some form of line of sight.
And Soba only sees skeleton.
Osoba only sees skeletons and the effigy. The scarecrow.
Does Soba
pillar.
have time to pass this on to everyone, or...
On your initiative, you can say a few words. Koss, do you have any
Okay, like
discovery
the-
checks to make?
I was going to ask if the effigy is controlling these skeletons in some way.
I'm gonna do that myself too.
You do not have
That's a 20 occultism.
controlling, no. Activating, certainly.
Okay.
To the best of your knowledge, at least. Rodelac,
Yeah,
do you have any discovery
What I can get
questions?
from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to try and identify how tied to the effigy the skeletons are. If the effigy's summoning them, or if they're like, if it's like a ritual or something like that, or if it's just a plain alarm.
Toss down occultism. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use this as part of my devise a strategy. I'm gonna roll this, and then I'm gonna roll my devise a stratagem roll.
Ah,
Since,
okay.
you know, start thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Okay. What? You said occultism?
Mm-hmm.
19.
It's unclear. Most likely this is just activating, but you haven't seen this kind of thing before, so you don't have any direct
Okay.
knowledge, and it's kind of a bit of an intense situation at the moment. You had gained a little bit of information before that, but not enough like to actually go up and inspect. You know what I'm saying?
I'm 1 point away from that counting as a crit, but I have known weaknesses as one of my abilities for this on the skeletons,
Mm-hmm.
and devise a stratagem. It says if I critically succeed at the recall knowledge check. Oh no, it says devise a stratagem. You can also attempt to check on recall knowledge as part of the action.
Mm-hmm.
May I do that now?
Sure.
I'm gonna keep that 19 for later, because that's gonna be for my devise a stratagem.
Mm-hmm.
And bam.
That
Fucking-
little bam.
That's a 19 on recall knowledge to recall the weakness of these skeleton warriors. Da 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 da.
I mean, common knowledge is that skeletons are weak to well, not necessarily weak to blunt, but do not resist it, but tend to resist a lot of things. Given that, you know, not having a whole lot of flesh will do that.
Mm-hmm.
And Flicker.
I don't know what I can possibly ask. They literally asked every question in my book.
That's fine. All right, CC. Oh, go ahead.
Do they have a calcium deficiency?
I I'm trying to think of like what I could possibly ask just so I don't waste it.
Yes, these do appear to be Gethzerai.
Okay.
We're getting all
mean,
these
that is-
alien bodies. Fuck.
That is a good question. One that I seek to look at later. I guess maybe. Okay. Here's the only question I can ask. Maybe crafting. To recall knowledge if destroying the sentry will deactivate them. If that's the source of them being active. Them being active, not just activated.
Not likely.
Okay.
Like I said, it appears mostly likely to be an alarm.
Okay. Well, try to do it one and done.
All right, CC, you have the first turn.
There's no canal, so they have to water this field manually. We may have to be dealing with more on their way back, just depending if they're there.
By the color of that field, it's pretty dry.
I don't exactly have time to go and take a soil sample now, do I?
And like look, it's not harvest season yet, but I didn't have a green field of wheat in my asset
Yeah, no,
library.
that's fair.
I get a little bit of break here, I think.
I just know what a fire hazard looks like, and I was gonna say it if it was if it meant something.
I think Cece is going to call out one of her spoders,
Mm-hmm.
and she's going to send it along with Soba, actually.
I'm sorry,
I'm
what?
just
Hang on one
just
more
a
time.
friend to help you out, Soba. And she's just gonna
Friend!
spend her point to send the spider to basically go and attach itself on her back.
Yes. We will slay many enemies, tiny friend.
Nice. And
I have a lot of stuff on my sheet.
Many things.
Gets no easier when my chat starts bulbing me.
Oh, bomb.
You know what? Yeah, she's gonna get another one and send it with Flicker.
okay.
How do your spiders work exactly? I haven't actually played Inventor at all.
She can spend one action to make one of her spooters do 2 actions.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
God, that
and
can
then
get out of
she
hand
can
real
also
quick.
use her.
Yeah, that sounds
Be right back.
kind of
I'm just
insane,
gonna drink
actually.
some water.
They only have 1 hit point and they have no attacks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because
Be right back,
the
I'm
rules is
just-
written the way that it's supposed to
go ahead.
be is like I can have 1 and only 1, but it has a bazillion hit points and does a ton of damage.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
I
like
see.
just a pocket Soba, so we're just doing it this way because it's more interesting.
Yeah.
A pocket soba.
Is there anything else you're doing, or?
I approve of the idea of a pocket
She
soba.
will do a perception check to investigate how dry the crops are.
I'll give it to you. They are not. It is a green field. It is simply that I do not have wheat currently in a
Yeah,
green form.
It's just like she's trying to guess if there are skeletons missing or not
Oh.
that are coming for reinforcements. Like if they had to go and get water to water the field.
It is early afternoon, for the record, and you did not see any skeletons until this rang up and they stood up out of the field.
Yeah, but the river would be on the far side of the field, so
Yes,
it wouldn't be
quite.
totally impossible for them to have gone in that
True.
direction.
That is a true statement.
So she's just trying to guess if there is a watering due.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a farmer, so it's not exactly a specialty.
All right.
She's doing
Soba, I think.
Yeah.
That's your
Soba
turn, right?
turn. Yes.
Yep, that's my turn.
Alright. So, Soba is going to try out new things. So, Soba is going to pull out her greatsword, and instead of charging in like you've seen her do, she's going to do a fun thing. And she's going to huck her greatsword at this skeleton over here.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Now you have the rune, and I, in my infinite wisdom, have not gotten my runes in order. So I will live with that.
Yeah, so,
I
as
definitely have
a-
mine in
so,
order.
So I'm going to rage,
Mhm.
and when I rage, I get a size bigger as well as all of my equipment. My greatsword is already a size bigger than me, meaning it is now an oversized item. So when I throw it, it benefits from oversized throw.
What is this, 4th edition?
So using all 3 of my actions, first action to rage, and then 2nd and 3rd action to throw, my greatsword whoosh towards this skeleton, this massive chunk of iron like Guts' sword, and I get to make
Yes.
a simple weapon attack, which I have very good numbers with. I think actually I have expertise with. I think. So that is a plus 13 to that. I'm pretty sure. So 9 plus
Oh, God.
13. That is 22 damage.
You mean 22 to hit?
Sorry, 22 to attack. Sorry, I'm not at damage
Okay.
yet.
That does hit.
And then my damage is,
Yeah, I was gonna
let me
say.
double check, is, hang on. Oh, they nerfed it. They nerfed it. Those monsters.
Get back to what?
It got nerfed when they released that rework like the other month.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
still
definitely
good.
know what you're talking about.
It's still
Mhm.
good. It's
Yeah,
2d10
we're-
instead of 2d20. And I'm pretty sure I get.
God,
I'm pretty sure I
2d20
get.
damage. Holy
It used
crap!
to be 2d. It used to be 2d20 with no modifiers, but then
sounds
now, but now
completely
we have
reasonable.
modifiers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2d10 plus modifiers, so that's
That sounds much more reasonable.
9 damage plus 4, so that is 13 damage.
All right.
I'm pretty sure because I'm throwing it, it's bludgeoning now as well. Not
Oh,
sure.
okay. That's very relevant because they do resist slashing.
Oh yeah, it is bludgeoning. It is bludgeoning.
All right, and that's your whole turn then.
Question: how does the returning rune work? Does it automatically come back, or do I need to expend an action to bring it back?
That's a question for Flicker, I guess.
Yeah, is he back yet?
Let me check the returning rules here, since I still have it all open. Returning, when you make a thrown strike with this weapon, it flies back to your hand after the strike is complete. If your
Oh,
hand is
cool.
full, when the weapon
Yep.
returns, it falls to the ground in your space.
Assuming I can't just use an object interaction, just grab it.
I'm pretty sure that you can, really. But...
Okay. Yeah. So Zoba pulls out this greatsword. Oh! The flat of the blade smacks against this skeleton, and then it just sounds like Mjolnir as it just flies back at her waiting hand, and she's like, "Yes, Zoba like this weapon."
Which one did
Is-
you hit?
This one.
How's it looking? Is it...
How is
Sounds
it doing after taking
dead.
that damage?
It definitely took a hit, but it is still. Yeah. It definitely took a
Still
hit.
standing.
Okay, and
Yes.
I can't move anymore because I rage and then use 2 actions, so that's fine. Wait, is rage an action?
I believe so.
I'm going to check real quick. So otherwise, yeah, rage is an action. Oh god, Pathfinder, everything's an action.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. So that's my turn.
All right.
Send you something, Jade.
Neat. I'll check it later. All right. Don't worry about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Cass, it is your turn.
Yeah. Can I hit with a 10-foot burst? Can I hit this and this?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Both of them do a Fortitude save. My DC is, hold on one second, 21.
All right. 50-50. That is 1 failure. That is 2 failures. Both critical. No, really.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that makes a difference, actually.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's 2 damage. Good job, me. I did 2
Yay.
damage.
I
Bravo.
believe in you.
Yeah. So there's there's a chorus of screams that come up from that. If it also does any damage to this, it does that
Okay.
damage too.
All right. I will note that. Okay.
That's me.
The skeletons charge in, and each of them will have one
you.
attack,
Thank you.
one on Gesundheit, yes, one on Soba, and one on Kass. See here.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, these skeletons are surprisingly fast, actually.
Oh no, Soba might take a single point of damage.
I
Impossible.
might die. I might immediately die.
The duality of characters.
That's a natural one trying to hit Kass, so I think you're good. What's up,
Oh yeah.
Flicker, question: did you imply the runes to all of our things, or like only one, or something like
I
that?
have whatever Jade has approved for you to be able to use, it is on you.
Yes,
The only one
yeah.
that doesn't have his runes is me because I am a dum dum.
I just rolled back-to-back nat ones, so go me.
Ouch.
Oh man.
Cece also does not have any runes.
Oh yeah, you literally opted to And then I 3 runes.
Your puny weapons bounce off of Soba's mighty bosom.
Rodelac.
Cece also just doesn't use any weapons or anything anyway, so.
I mean, they don't
mean-
have to be weapons. It could have been like any number of things.
Yeah, Cece, did you see what I chose for mine?
Nope.
So you know how I have these bandages that I have to like change out constantly?
Mhm.
I don't have to do that anymore.
Just to be sure, Jade,
Hello, yes.
is my weapon allowed to have cunning or dueling?
One second here.
I can list what both of them do. Cunning allows me to automatically recall knowledge about the target of the required attack, gaining an item bonus to the recall knowledge equal to the weapon's item bonus. If the required attack was a critical hit, I get a +2 circumstance bonus to the
Yeah.
check. So basically, like I get the equivalent of a free be able to like identify like a free weakness on them.
Yeah.
Every time I hit them, and dueling gives me a +4 enhancement bonus on initiative checks, provide the weapon is drawn in the hand, and a +2 bonus on disarm and feint checks.
You can have either. You can have one of those two.
I'll take dueling then.
Okay.
Cunning's nice, but it's a little redundant based on how I play.
Fair.
So I will mark
And
that
it is your
on my.
and it is your
I'll put that
initiative
on
whenever you're ready.
I'll put that on my lion scythe.
Makes sense.
Let me just mark that as a detail. Traits. Other. I'll just mark that as dueling. So when I have initiative, I get to add +4 to that in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Should have asked that before I started. So yeah, initiative bonus is going to be good for me. Anyway, I'm going to go after that skeleton that's right in front of Cass. He's got a blade on him, right?
Yep. They have a. It actually is just a farming scythe.
A farming scythe. All right. So what I'm gonna do is with my lion scythe and my main gauche, I am going to do an attack, which is I'm going to do my disarm action, but I'm going to use my stratagem on them.
Going to
Okay.
literally
So-
disarm them?
Say again?
Are you going to literally disarm them?
I mean, if that's permitted, but so I get to add it says I assess a weakness and use an attack. Oh, it has to strike the chosen creature later. You must use the result to make your devised stratagem on your strike's attack roll instead of rolling. All right, this will be my first attack. All right, so yeah, first attack. What I'll do is I'll strike to do that stratagem thing, and I'll use the second action to disarm, because I get extra bonuses and shit like that. So I take a 19 to hit.
That does not hit.
A 19. I rolled a 19, which.
Oh, you rolled a 19. Okay, never mind. Yes, absolutely.
Sorry.
You crush it then. Yeah, got it.
That'd be a 29.
Yeah, absolutely. You're golden.
Okay. All right. So I roll a 1d. I roll 3d6 to damage.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull out 3d6. And I get to add. Do I add my base attack bonus on that one, or?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, so that is a total of, let's see, 12, so 22 damage.
Oh wow.
23 because it's in relation to the mystery. And now I'm going to choose Soba.
Yes.
Soba, I'm giving you shared stratagem. That skeleton that I just hit is now flat-footed on anything that you do.
Which
And
one
you-
did you hit?
Uh,
That one. Yay! Soba will smash.
And you better show something with that, because the smart fox just hit harder than you did.
Wait.
And
You hit hard, you did?
my second attack, I'm going to roll to disarm with my main gauche.
Okay. You are at -4 for a second attack, or -2 if it's an offhand weapon, I think.
It's dueling, so I have dueling in my hand, so I am able to get a +2 circumstance bonus on that. So it's at I'm breaking even on that one.
Okay.
That's a 10. Wait, no, it's an 18. That's an 18.
Dude, you
Still not enough.
Dang it. All right. Well, I tried. And Bon Moth is not really applicable here because they're not going to understand anything I say.
Yeah.
I'll just.
And that's my move.
Jade, how do
Alright.
you rule improvised weapons? Oh wait, no, I'll ask on my turn. Never mind.
This is going to only have one attack here, and this one is going to be able to close there.
Really, just completely ignoring me?
Oh, don't worry, you're about to have 2 on you.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping to tank, I guess, for her.
All right. Rodolak does a. Oh, geez, that's not great. Does it actually? It might be. Does a 21 hit your AC?
No.
All right.
I have
And
a 22.
and Cece, that is a nat 20.
Oh,
Jeez.
Yeah. So
That's a crit. That's fun.
Yeah. Hold on a
know
second.
what's fun is re-rolling as the Gripply. So, you know.
That is true. Ripley's honestly kind of upset that Soba's unkillable at this point.
My AC is a 22, so I'm gonna assume they probably get the crit anyway, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So, but I'm gonna keep trying though.
Appreciate it. You cannot kill Soba. She's like I honestly think even Soba thinks she's unkillable at this point.
No, like
Okay.
I'm gonna do it because I also think that.
All right, hold on 1 second here. I just need to math. Okay, so that is 6 plus 30. That's oh goodness. I'd like to apologize in advance for this.
Okay.
That is. Hold on. Math is hard.
Oh no.
Mhm.
Not math.
That is 26, I believe. Yeah, 26 damage.
Oh, that's nothing.
Cool. Half health.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's well over half health for me.
The skeleton, which is wielding a weapon that really looks more like it is a farming machete rather than a combat one, raises it up and brings it down heavily onto your shin, and it just cuts through the skin before bouncing off of the bone with a metallic clang.
Flicker here.
Man, if CZ could feel that, she'd be mad.
Oh, you can feel it.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's made out of the same shit. Oh no!
No, that's bad. That's real bad.
Wait, is CC made out of this? Wait, is CC made out of mithril now? Aw, shit.
No. We established earlier that it is not mithril.
Great value mithril. We haven't named it yet.
I said sea sight.
CC didn't agree. Great value store brandium.
Unobtainium, but she has obtained it in her leg.
Kryptonite, but bad.
Flicker
That's
is
just kryptonite. That's just kryptonite.
No, that's red
Flicker.
kryptonite, my friend.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
hang on, the
Bloody
lights
both
see
of them are
kryptonite, though.
bad.
I have to really I really have to tell Jade that my character should probably be making explosives at some point, just so I have more options. Because I keep forgetting, artificers in this setting don't have spells by default.
I just kind of assume that Flicker is making explosives by accident constantly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it's like these are like meant to be thrown.
Yeah,
Not-
no, but like you're making shuriken, but also they explode, and you don't know why.
I mean,
Yes.
that could be a gadget. Thanks
That-
for the idea.
It's like just a regular metal shuriken, but when Flicker throws it, it explodes. Oh.
It only explodes when Flicker
Flicker-
throws it, though.
Somehow making them out of pure sodium.
I keep forgetting that I should not limit myself to the stuff that I saw in like that one book for like inventors or whatever.
Yeah.
In any case, in order to make a little bit more distance for when they eventually charge me, and I have no concept of my range here, so I'm just gonna
Just eyeball it.
assume here. I'm just gonna assume this is like 25 feet. I think I can make 2 attacks, if I'm not wrong. One would be shoot like the what's it called? The restraint that I have.
The bola?
Bola.
The bola thrower at this guy, so that Cece can hopefully move away and we won't attack her. So loading that and shooting it. Here's my roll. That's with a plus 12, I think. 9 plus 12. Wow, I'm getting a lot of 9s today. I think that'll hit.
What was the...
9 plus 12 if my flintlock musket is the thing that I apply. For that.
21?
Yeah,
But,
that's,
yeah,
something like
that's how math works, right?
yeah.
Okay. That exactly hits.
Okay, good. So I think he would be restrained now.
Okay.
Okay.
It will have to break out of the restraint before making an attack again.
Okay, so that should hopefully give CC some chance to run away without getting attacked. And which one is the heavily weakened skeleton? This one?
This is the one that got hit super hard.
Okay, let me see if I can like finish it off. Does he get cover bonuses? I'm assuming.
It gets cover from his ally, I believe.
Right. Oh wait, no, I don't think I can make an attack action, can I? Because I moved. Does that counts as an action?
You moved, you threw Ebola. I think you have a third action, though if it's another attack, it will be at the -4 for making a second attack in a turn.
Fuck it, we ball. Who cares?
I respect it.
Gonna shoot at this one.
All right.
I really am very like, okay, so that's a -5. Let's see what we got. 15 plus 12. So that's
Absolutely
a
hits.
10. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so
A
that's
-4 though for the second attack still.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Even counting it.
Okay, sorry.
so that's
It's-
1d.
I don't want to be that person, but
No, I'm
it's-
calculating that. Mm-hmm.
So
They see
that's 1d.
that ends up being a 22 afterwards, which barely hits.
So that's 2
I'm learning the
damage.
system still too, so I'm
Do
trying
I
to
add
keep
anything
track.
else to the? Do I add anything else to the damage?
I mean, you know your character better than I do for certainty, but I imagine you do add your
I'm
What
just
it-
not
whatever it's
certain
called.
about. I'm just not about.
Ability modifier.
build modifier. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Do I add any of those?
Sure. I believe you do.
Wait, hang on. What are you adding to? I zoned out again.
Why not? It seems like a good plan.
Well, that's what I'm trying to like figure out, like, because I'm trying to remember. We don't do combat that much, so I'm just
Mhm.
like,
No,
okay,
I'm,
so like, So it's telling me 1d6, but I forget if there's anything else that I am
It's-
forgetting.
If it's a ranged attack, you add your dex, I believe.
Oh, so
Yes.
that's a total of 5 then.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, you see that? You see, that's the info I needed.
Yeah. I believe that is true. If it's not, then
Okay,
whatever.
so also, quick question, because it has
Yes?
this particular property, it has concussive property. These weapons smash as much as puncture.
Nice.
Oh, so that means you ignore piercing resistance if they take more from bludgeoning. That's fun.
Uh-huh. Nice.
Yay! So does that? So I pretty much have no negatives to my attacks against it, correct?
Nope.
Yep, which is very relevant because they do be skeletons.
Yeah. No. That's no. I was like eyeing my musket. I am essentially sending a mini cannonball its way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. CC, good luck. And I think that's the end of my turn, and hopefully those other two will go for me instead of you.
They are.
Simple smack.
Okay.
This one actually can't make it all the way. This one can make it there and make one attack.
Well, that's better.
Yeah,
What's the roll?
I'm checking. I'm rolling. That is 25.
21 DC. He hit.
Okay. That is 2d6 plus 5. 12 damages as
Ow.
as it attacks you with its attack in the face attack in your face.
Ow. Owie.
Cece, you're up again.
Well, there are pressing immediate concerns.
You just took a drink too.
Wait, what did DC say? I didn't hear it.
There are pressing immediate concerns.
So true. So true.
I mean,
Such a
there
way
is
with
pressing
words.
immediate concern, and like
It's
the rest of them are going to kill me.
It's restrained. It won't be able to attack you.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Well, it is restrained, and that is why she is going to go even further on the restraining.
No.
Mhm.
She is going to use her tamper ability on it.
Nice.
I would also suggest backing up a little bit.
Now what?
Ooh.
So that's a 14 against its dexterity DC? Or reflex DC?
Wait, 14?
Yep.
No.
But also
Oh,
it's in
she's-
that one, so
Yeah. Though, so the real talk, surprisingly close. Weirdly close for a rolling in that one, but
Oh, do you have
Oh,
do you
boy.
have any tokens to make this work, or
I have one.
ah,
up to you to use it, of course.
But that does give me useful information too.
mm-hmm.
I will. So if I use my hero point, can I actually? You know what? No, I'll still re-roll it as it is, because that would just be like getting into being weird. So I won't do that. So 20.
No,
20 is good.
And that's a regular success, right?
That's plus 5 is a critical success, right?
Yeah,
I
if
think-
it's 10 over.
It's 10. Okay, so no, it's a regular success then. Yes.
Yeah, you have to beat the DC by 10 for it to be a crit or roll a 20 and succeed.
Oh, that,
Wait.
Now that makes sense.
So it gets -2 to attack rolls and damage rolls.
I will rule that also will affect its ability score to try to break free of the bola. Just because that just makes sense.
Yeah. And she's going to use her second action to use her spooter, which is
Spooter.
with flicker,
Mm-hmm.
to attempt to tamper that skeleton. And tangle
All right.
it up too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna use assurance. So that's
There you go.
23.
Okay, I mean, yeah.
And she's gonna use that for its armor rather than its weapon, so it gets -10 to its speed and flat-footed.
All right, that flat-footed is very relevant.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, helps
Yeah.
get things.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna do a thing.
Oh. What kind of thing? Because now I'm worried that like I might.
I mean,
be...
there's only a couple of things that I do. I'm gonna do the big light cannon thing.
Oh.
And, you know, Kaz is starting to glow a little bit. Cece is already bleeding from the leg. The skeleton's tangled up. She's gonna take her moment
Yeah.
to exit here.
Yes,
Yeah.
please do
Yeah,
that.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Soba!
Hmm. Soba, have a question for DM.
Hello, I am DM.
How do you rule damage from improvised weapons? Specifically, an improvised weapon roughly in the shape of an animate skeleton.
She's gonna take a MF and hit another MF with.
I mean, look, Soba's greatsword does slashing damage. Skeletons do bludgeoning damage.
I mean, the size of your greatsword, it could easily do bludgeoning damage. You just gotta turn it a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true. But also, it's
you-
really
double.
funny to just pick up a creature, just wham into a friend of his.
Oh yeah, I even made it.
No, I agree.
I
It's
even
like
made
that's
it
1,000% better.
Exact scenario.
I will let you take your regular greatsword damage, but you will have a -2 to hit modifier on the attack roll because it's. But because you do have a greatsword and you could just punch with it. I'm just saying that this is more of a rule of cool than anything, you know, than tactics. So you can just
I'm
do
taking
it.
so I'm taking a -2.
Yeah,
So okay. So
but
first,
you'll
so I
do
guess-
your regular damage.
Okay, so well, luckily there's a guy that I have a +2 on then, so that works.
That one.
So I'm going to I'm going to use my first action to grapple this guy.
Okay.
So that is contested athletics, isn't it? I'm going to use a hero point on that one.
Good call.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Jesus, can I roll above a 9 today? Regardless, that is a 20.
Got bad news on that front.
Hmm.
This is versus his. This is versus his fortitude, not him rolling.
Oh, okay.
Remember-
So it's not okay. Okay, then never mind. You go.
Pathfinder uses DCs, not rolls.
You said contested. Those were the words you
Sorry,
used. To be fair,
You did, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. If it's contested, then that means the other person's rolling as well.
Yeah. Sorry.
But no, that's fine. That does hit then. That's fine.
Sorry, I had
that
another
is-
Pathfinder game and they used contested to mean new DCs. I'm sorry, my fucking brain.
No,
is
that's
a
fine.
mess.
Like we got you.
Yeah. No worries.
Yeah. All right, I was gonna say like, there's no way this thing has a 20 fortitude DC.
No, but I rolled a nat 20 on the fortitude save, thinking it was a
Okay.
save. But yeah,
Yeah.
you're
sorry.
fine. You're golden. Don't sweat it.
All right, so I grab him by his legs, and then I woof around to smash into the other guy
All right.
with my second action. So that is a 15 plus 13. That's like what, like 27?
28.
28.
That hits.
And then hit my greatsword damage without throwing it is a d12 plus 4, so... 7 plus 4, that's 11. How much damage do I get from my rage? I don't actually remember how rage works. Give me a moment.
I mean, that should be to both skeletons, though, right?
Tangibly? Oh, I deal 2 additional damage, so that's Wait, shit. How much did I roll?
7 plus 4, so 11, so 13.
13.
That kills it.
Really? What about
Yep.
what about the other one?
I'm gonna say
That
that
was
one doesn't take
carrying.
damage. And this is an attack
Okay.
on that. This is an attack on that skeleton that you are making
Okay.
from the first.
Okay.
And with Rotolak's bonuses, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what does critical specialization effect mean?
Oh.
Hang on. Yeah, hang on. Okay, you know what? I got one more thing. I'm going to. Am I still holding the other skeleton?
You still have it grappled as of now, yes.
I want. So I killed this one. I'm still
Yes.
holding this one. I would like to I would like to make a thrown attack. So this isn't an oversized throw, so it only takes one action to do.
Okay.
And I would like to throw this skeleton at this skeleton.
You are -4 as a second attack for your turn.
Okay. Wait, is throw count as an attack action?
Yeah.
It does?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like,
I was going.
it
I
seems
mean,
like
look,
it should.
I had to double check. Okay. Regardless.
That's an
Alright.
18 on the die.
Plus my strength modifier, which is a 4.
Yeah, you're good.
So, yeah. So if an oversized throw does 2d10, how much does a regular sized throw do?
I think a regular size throw is just a D8 though.
Okay. So note
Plus
to
strength.
self:
Plus strength.
throw bigger things. Okay, so 3 plus my strength, which is 4, so that is 7.
All right.
Yeah. So Soba just grabs this skeleton by the leg, baseball strike, bowling ball sounds, and then just lets go and lets him go flying at his buddy.
So, quick question: would these two be prone right now?
I'm going to say they're flat-footed rather than prone, but yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flat foot, like prone, is a very specific thing in
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pathfinder, and you do not want to give that out where you don't have to.
Oh,
If you're prone, you might as well be dead for some classes, which is like some actual insane shit.
And like, what if
Oh.
they're supine instead? You know.
Yeah.
Because it's like in this instance, it's like you just threw him at another guy. That feels like very
Yeah.
like prone movie.
Right.
But I'll like. But this
Yeah, no,
all-
it does seem like the kind of thing that might do that, but
Yeah, but like in Pathfinder, there's some abilities where like if someone's prone, you do like triple damage. I don't know if any of us even have that ability or at the level to get that ability, but I've seen it, and it's like yikes.
oh yeah, if I'm adjacent to a prone thing that I annihilate it, yeah, I definitely don't have anything like
What
that.
is
actually.
the-
Erased from existence.
Yeah,
just kind of
I can
want
cast
to ask-
Balefire on it.
Yeah, it's
I
a
just kind of-
it's a cleric ability called Spurn the Harlot.
Hey, I just want to ask a question here. Anybody else notice the Senko up here?
Wait, what? There's a Kenku.
There's a what?
That
It's a baker.
okay, so they actually just came out of the woods this
That's
activation,
not just a
and
Kenku. That's a chubby Kenku.
Soba smash.
I just want to say that was a fantastic Bugs Bunny moment of you guys talking and GD just going, guys, he's behind, very much he's behind you energy, you know?
Yeah, honestly, it feels like a very Flickr moment as well.
It really does.
Really honest.
Try covering your face.
I'm
in
just gonna
seconds.
say that Kenku over there is extremely lucky that Rodolak is in between me and him. All right, all right.
That Kenku is incredibly unlucky that my sword has returning.
Rodolak, maybe don't be between me and that Kenku next turn.
Where? Oh yeah. Okay.
Maybe we should only like half kill that one.
Sure, yeah. If I can do that, then I'll do
Yeah,
that.
you know, like non-lethal. That's the word.
Yeah, that's
only
a
partially
thing that I
lethal,
can
less
do
than
with
lethal.
my giant, laser beam.
Beam.
Yeah.
All right, just to clarify, a heavy set Kenku does come out of the woods and is with a Kane in one wing, and is just sort of walking towards the encounter.
All right.
They've got a weapon.
It looks like he's holding breadsticks.
Those could be dwarven breadsticks. They could be
Dwarven.
extremely dangerous.
Dwarven
What are
Somebody
they?
breadsticks.
killed many men with infinite breadsticks at Olive Garden.
Are you
What?
not familiar with dwarven like
Dwarven
warrior
throwing
breadsticks? Thank
Yeah.
you. Yes, someone else has read some Pratchett.
Oh shit! Right. Oh fuck.
I'm not gonna lie. I hate the fact that I love Pratchett, but I haven't even listened to an audiobook yet.
Why would you hate the fact that you love him? He's amazing.
Yeah.
No. It's because I haven't read one. It's because
Yeah.
I haven't read one of his books, or
You
Oh,
you love him even though you haven't read anything by him. I get that.
I've
like-
seen the animations, and that made me love him.
Please feel free to read more, but like, no worries, buddy. Like
Yeah.
it's all good.
Koss, you are up.
Yeah. So this direction over this way. Yeah. Everything that way. So these three
Oh.
guys.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also possibly this forest over this direction. You know.
Just, everything.
Everything within the tri-state
Oh,
area.
Um, Yeah. Basic reflex save.
Oh god. So
I-
sabers
I-
suck.
I think this one's pretty much dead, given what we've given him.
That's only 12 damage. But I am going to be continuing to do it. And
What is-
anybody who is... Go ahead. Oh, 21.
All right, so 1 passes.
Mhm.
2 does
It's
not.
force damage.
3 does not.
Who made this? Which one of them made the save?
The first one.
Really?
Kenku
Doesn't
make
he-
the save.
So wait, he
Yep.
doesn't get a disadvantage or something?
He does, but he rolled a nat 20 because I've been rolling nat 20s tonight, like water.
Jesus. Meanwhile, I can get above a 9.
And I say, Rodolak, behind me.
Is it half damage on save?
Yeah, half damage on save, full damage on nothing.
Cool. Just want to make sure.
And Rodolak, it is double damage next turn, so be out of my way.
Understood.
For some reason, I really, really want Soba and Flicker to have... Not Flicker, Soba and Cass to have a fucking Piccolo and Goku versus Raditz moment. Da-da-da-da-da. No.
Alright. Well, this skeleton is going to attack Rodolak. Because, that's where it is.
Mhm.
Does
One of these
a
days.
21 hit your AC
No.
for Rodolak?
Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Does a 21 hit your
Rodolak,
AC?
your AC
No.
is 22, isn't it?
My AC is 22.
Alright,
Yeah.
just checking. That was...
No, I remember that from earlier this session. Sorry.
Yep. I'm sorry. The other skeleton that goes on this initiative is Perish, so you are up.
All right, which one perished of these two in front of me?
This one perished. The one that
Okay, good. All right,
Soba
so what I'm going to
annihilated.
do to the first skeleton is I'm going to perform a feint. So I can, keep him in the path.
Mm-hmm.
If I recall, with a misleading flourish, you attempt a deception check against their perception. First thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to do Expeditious Recollection. I'm going to do that thing that I do where I roll for my devising stratagem. I've got to recall knowledge for determining weakness, and if I get 10 higher, you said 10 higher to get a critical success, right?
10 higher than the DC. Yes.
All right, what's the DC right now?
For these guys, you're rolling against their what now?
I'm rolling my occult. It's recall knowledge to determine their weakness.
Yeah. I will say target is 14.
Is it 28?
Just make it one of their
Yeah.
defenses.
Yeah,
That's what I did,
Jade,
yeah,
if you're
I give it-
using... Oh, sorry.
I just went with basically the reflex.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you're using default stat blocks, I don't know if you homebrewed these, but by default, Pathfinder stat blocks have recall knowledge categories and DC
Oh, hey!
at the very top.
Oh,
Oh,
hey,
wow,
they do. Yeah.
really?
Okay. That
Yeah.
is a
Cool.
decent. That actually is a 18 then.
So I did it.
Yeah, you did it. You did either way. So yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
smart,
that
I
means
helped.
No,
That
that's actually
means-
really helpful, Liv. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
See, I can do things other than make life harder for Jade
I
by
gain a
pointing
plus-
out that things have DCs instead of rolls.
You know what?
Now I need to roll the
now I'm
number
against
here.
it. If you're gonna make things easier for Jade, don't do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for the devising the stratagem thing for this next bit. That's a 2. Well, I can't really use that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be giving my shared stratagem thing to, I'm going to attempt to do a feint on him. So I can't really do my ability, but I've got that recall knowledge. So here we go, feint. That is a 12, 22. Wait, sorry, plus 2 to that because I've got this dueling thing that lets me do those things. So 24.
Okay, and what is that against?
That's the hit.
Against the
AC?
skeleton. It's against their. It's actually I have to roll a deception. I'm sorry, it's not my bonus attack.
Okay.
But my
Oh,
deception
okay.
roll, and my deception is the same thing, so it's the same number.
All right, that does hit. That does flag, I
Okay,
guess.
So, yep. So, if I recall what feint does, boop, 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 boop. Critical success. I throw my enemy's defenses against me entirely off. They're flat-footed against melee attacks that I attempt to get until the end of my next turn. I'm using it as a means to, like keep him in his spot to like get like thrown
Yeah.
off so he gets hit by Cass's attack so I can
Mhm.
slip on back here.
All right.
I might trigger an attack of opportunity on skeleton number 2 here.
This skeleton does not have an attack of opportunity. You'll trigger one from this guy though.
All
Except that
how
he's
about
ba-
then I
except-
move to this.
Well, no.
Right
if-
here.
Hold on.
If you do
Wait,
that
wait,
in front of
let me-
me, you have to go through the beam. Don't do that.
No, wait. I thought the beam was going towards the Kenku.
The beam is currently going this way,
Uh-huh.
and
Oh.
he's going to sweep it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then I can move like here.
But anyways, what I was trying to say is that this guy has an attack of opportunity, or he would if he wasn't currently bound and gagged by 1,000 spiders.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Ooh.
Oh, cool. Then I'll use my last.
So-
Bola cable and
Mhm.
steel wire.
Yep.
So one movement, and then I get one more action to. I'm gonna try to disarm him.
Wait, is the bola cable and steel wire one the one that crit on his saving throw? Because that's very funny.
Yeah, that is.
It
It's
is.
extremely funny.
Yep, it is. I think that that
No,
one
that counts. No, like that
fell
that,
over.
That tracks.
no, that
No,
one
that-
fell over, and that's why the beam didn't hit it.
Honestly, like I would
that-
consider that he just fell to pieces, and he's sort of reconstructing himself.
That works.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
23 to disarm that cleaver skeleton.
Easiest hit of your life, yeah.
Might as well. All right,
Yeah,
that's my whole thing.
Yeah, that's basically surgery at this point. I think that guy is currently bound up,
So
and
my-
that's just like taking candy from a baby.
My devised stratagem whiffed, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
No, you're fine.
At least you're not going to get burned by me, so you know.
Yeah.
At least.
Sobo wishes to see skeletons get turned into blacker skeletons.
Well, you know,
Right.
that's what I am a machine for. So.
You are a skeleton. You are a machine that turns skeletons into blacker skeletons.
That's right.
Okay, so that's a nat 1 followed by a nat 3. So this guy is not getting out of his bindings anytime soon.
Yeah.
That's just not
He fell
happening.
to pieces and got more tangled up. This is just an angry pile of bones
Get out of
and wire.
Get out of that, Mr. Nat 20.
This one is, however, going to attempt to reap both you and Soba. Here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Stupid bones cannot reap Soba. Soba is wheat. It's not wheat.
Yeah, I mean they can reap the absolute hell out of me, but Soba will be fine, and that's what I care about.
This attack does an unseemly high damage.
All
Oh,
right.
good.
Okay.
I need
I'm
a
glad
Kill
that
Soba.
I need a will save from
Definitely.
both of you.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh, we'll save. Oh boy. Okay. Well, hey, I might actually roll better on this one than my DC. Shit.
DC is 24.
Okay. Yeah. No. My will DC
25.
is +9. So fucking. Oh no. All right. So that's a 21.
Yeah, 25.
I mean, still better than my will save would have been.
All right. Well, Kos, you take half damage. 1 second here.
That's still going to be a lot, isn't it?
It is not great. 1 second. That is also a very high roll.
Mm-hmm.
That is 21. Wow.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah. It's 40-10.
Oh, I was worried for a second.
Well, here's the bonus though. Any creature that fails the save is also frightened 1.
Frightened? What?
Frightened 1. So for the next
Okay.
turn, you suffer frightened, which is basically a penalty to everything equal to against that creature equal to your frightened
Yeah.
number. So you're basically at -1 to everything against it.
I
Okay.
just realized I got 22 AC somehow.
Soba can kill other thing. That thing could live for now. So.
No,
that
but
thing-
you
that
can
thing-
throw your sword at other things.
Yeah.
There's going to be a big old laser.
Beam!
Yeah, and it's time for Bimu, isn't it?
No, it's actually time. It's time for Flicker.
Oh,
Right.
That was Rodelax last turn.
okay.
If I move here, will I be able to hit like all 3 of these with my breath attack?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, neat.
Oh.
Okay, so movement is my action, and then I have. Will it free this guy? Just quickly asking if I were to hit him.
No.
Okay, just double.
It would if the CC hadn't used the steel wire.
Mm-hmm. At third. By the way, since we're like level 5s, it says here at 3rd level. Does it mean like at when we're 3rd level?
Yeah.
What?
Alright.
Yes.
No, I'm just trying to make
pretty
sure,
sure,
that
yeah.
it's not like some spell slot nonsense here.
No, I believe that just
Uh,
scales. Yeah, I believe just scaling.
Okay, so this should apply, and every 2 levels thereafter, so the damage increases by 1d4, so at this point it's 3d4 at level if
Yep.
I'm reading that.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay, good. The following says, each creature hit in the area must attempt a basic saving throw against the higher of your class DC or spell DC.
Which is
Think
And also-
intelligence.
intelligence.
I keep forgetting where to look at this, but it says class DC is 21. Not telling me. I don't know where the spell save DC is, however. Because yet again,
I think since
We
you
don't-
don't cast any spells, you don't have a spell DC.
I guess that's
Yeah.
that's my own conclusion for that.
21, and
So-
what is it against? What kind of save? Reflex, fortitude?
Basic saving throw against the higher of your class DC. You can't use this ability again for one. Not really saying. Just
Okay.
yeah. Each creature in the area must attempt a basic saving throw against the higher of your class DC or spell DC.
Alright, fail, pass, fail.
Nice. Wait. What did the third
Fail,
one do?
pass, fail.
Okay. 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 3D. Almost 4. Said 4D. 4. 3D4. Then. Oh. 4. Oh, that's pretty decent actually.
Mhm.
Not 9 fire damage.
Nice.
And now to roll a D4 to see how quickly I get it back. Of course. Oh well, that's my turn.
Alright. All the skeletons have taken a healthy amount of damage. These two skeletons, however,
Here comes ouch time.
they are stuck in upon you. No scythe, though, so that's a thing.
Good. 22 AC.
First attack hits. Second attack
Damn.
also hits, actually.
God damn it.
That is 23 damages. It's a heavy
Owie.
attack. Well, that's for both,
That-
but mind you, that's for both.
I figured, but I'll
Total. Yeah.
23,
Yep. How you looking?
14 health.
Okay.
Ouch.
All right, Cece. Oop.
Well, we've got two friends who are hurt,
Mm-hmm.
and this is one of the things that Cece is actually kind of okay at. She's going to get her spooters to attempt to spray down Solba's and Flicker's injuries. Which is still a very weird and confusing ability.
It's just biofoam from Halo.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. The thing is that you have to make an immediate flat check.
By the way, the one
So
that
you have
hit
to
one
read
of the
it
two.
again.
Quick question: this one that it hit me? Did you count in the extra -2 from what the spider gave him?
Oh, wait. I did not. So actually take away 10 of that.
Yay!
That is true. I did forget to account for that. Thank you.
Yay! I
The
remember
spider-
things
the spider did
occasionally.
the armor one though, not
Never
the
mind.
weapon one.
Oh,
It
because I
didn't
heard.
reduce attack; it reduced its. I gave it flat-footed.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I
Disregard.
could only do one or the other.
Take that 10 damage
Alright.
again.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't take it away in the first place. Let's take it back. Otherwise, I'd be even more upset. Just had to make sure I understood it, because I'm not sure about how it works.
Okay, no, that's only for bleeding, I guess. This is a very weirdly worded ability because it's two different abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Searing Restoration. It did 1d10 plus an additional 1d10 at 3rd level, and then again at every 2 levels after, so it's 3d10 healing.
Okay, that's a solid amount of healing.
And that's
Yeah,
all that the spiders can do this turn because of it, so...
Okay, how much? How
For
much do I get
Flicker...
back?
For Flicker... It is...
Nice.
yes, undo that
Fine.
damage.
Amazing, actually.
I'll take those back. Thank you very much.
Fine.
And
Take
I'm
that 10.
going for Soba. Of course, rolls almost max on 2 dice. Restores for 22.
Yeah, let's go.
Nice.
I only lost 21 as well, so I'm back at full 90.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, Soba just like, yeah, Soba pay for whole health bar. Do not know what health bar is. Still pay for it though. It's just like a 2x4 from Home Depot.
Cece is actually, like, I guess, the least embroiled in the combat right now.
Mm-hmm.
So she will try to get a look. I guess she'll use her magnifying glass too.
Sure.
Just to try and get a look at the Kinku in the field.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's how magnifying glasses work.
No,
It
it's fine.
magnifies- It,
It
Yeah,
magnifies
spyglass.
it's
things.
better up close, but I mean... it still magnifies light.
Yeah.
I suppose.
It is an Go ahead. What are you looking for?
I guess that's a perception check?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Time for perception. 14.
It does in fact appear to be a Kenku.
Black feathers, beak.
Yeah. All of it.
You might
Glorious
think that it's
discovery.
the Black Spy from Spy vs. Spy.
Oh.
It is honestly though, this is not a terribly high roll, but you don't gather a whole lot of information other than that's a Kenku. That's a big Kenku walking towards this engagement area.
You do see that the wheat field there is planted in Morse code, and it says Antonio Prohias.
Neat.
What?
Oh.
Okay.
Soba.
That's the guy that did the Spy vs. Spy comics.
Okay.
Ah.
How far away is this Kenku from us right now?
You are engaged with a skeleton, but they are at medium distance. It would probably take you all 3 actions to close
No,
to
I'm
melee.
asking.
but, like,
I'm actually
actual
asking
distance.
like feet.
Oh.
This actually kind of does matter.
Like, hold on. Probably about 60 from you.
That's
60 feet?
too bad. That's too bad
Ah.
for them.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate for them. All right,
Yes.
so would it take an action to tie a rope to my sword?
That would take a whole turn. That's like a whole
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, that's
Just tying
Yeah,
a
that's
quick
actually
knot, a quick
really
knot around my
complex.
sword?
Huh?
Just taking-
Extremely
tying a
complex,
quick knot
actually,
around my
yeah.
sword? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then never mind then. Okay, I am going to. so I'm
Imagine
gonna-
doing that in 6 seconds.
Yeah, that's like a whole
I can
thing.
I can tie my shoes and okay, actually wait, I
Yeah.
don't actually know that anymore because I don't actually untie my laces because now I can just get in my chair.
Going
Um,
into your backpack to get the rope would take you 2 actions.
Okay, that's fair. All right. So I don't know what the grid squares are here.
Don't sweat it.
Okay. Where would you? So I have 25 feet of movement. How far is 25 feet in your mind?
Please
Um,
don't go over there because I'm going to blast that direction.
No, no,
like
no. Hang
10
on a minute.
seconds.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna get in your way. It's fine.
Where you looking to go? Tell me your plan.
I want to get 25 feet closer, so I don't. So I only take a -2 for throwing a sword at it, rather than a -3.
All right. That'll put you about here, or here or so, if you want to avoid Costa's beam.
Yep. So we'll go here, and then so they are about 40 feet from me. Yes.
Yeah, give or take.
All right.
I
So
don't
throw sword.
think we know that they're hostile.
This is a
Soba's
true
the-
fact.
They're
So
going
is
to be
he-
hostile on my turn, no matter what they do, because I am not super aware that they're there. and I am absolutely going to turn toward the skeleton that is hitting me.
So Soba sees Kenku. Kenku appear not long after skeleton. Kenku infield with screaming skull. Previous Kenku very mean. Kenku make very nice squish sound when hit ground. Soba
All
brain
of this
say
tracks. This is perfect logic.
Soba brain say this Kenku probably bad. So Soba throw sword.
Solo Brain says time for ASMR session.
Is it time for clank?
Right.
Oh hey, that's a crit.
Oh, good lord.
Oh.
So remind me how crits work in Pathfinder again. It's been so long.
Double damage.
Actually, does.
Is that
question.
you roll the die twice, or you
it's
roll the
times 2
die and then
damage,
double
not-
it?
No, it's times 2 damage for instead of
Is it
timesing
fatal?
adding extra additional dice.
Okay.
What?
Does your weapon have the fatal trait?
No, it does not. Because it's a great
That's-
sword. Wait, hang on. No,
that's
yeah, it's
30, by the way.
versatile.
That's 30, by the way.
Okay.
So, wait, how is that 30? Wait, hang on. What?
11 plus 4 times 2.
Oh, right. Yeah, 11 plus 4 times 2. Yeah, that's 30. Yeah, so Soba, blank. With the fucking
Okay.
sword.
Okay. Fine. Fine.
I did not. I'm going to put it on record. I was at no point on board with this.
To be fair, if this Kenku is in charge of these skeletons, the skeleton should stop.
All right.
And if it's
so,
not, we can get whatever tasty baguettes this Kenku is carrying.
Exactly. Also, the Kenku are proven to be immortal anyway, so it's not like death inconveniences them at all.
We don't.
Yeah.
the
have
sword strikes him directly on his shoulder and leaves a fairly deep cut. There's no blood, incidentally, but it's a deep cut.
Actually, I have a
See, bird is magic, no blood, kill it!
I have a small question.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
a big sword, right?
It's a
Mhm.
very
If
big
it
sword.
gets- If it gets embedded in him, isn't there a chance that when Soba says for it to return, that it
No.
returns with it?
It returns
Well-
automatically.
Yeah,
No, it's-
automatically, yeah.
No, it does not tear out. I see what you're saying,
It
but
just
no.
disappears out of the wound and reappears right in front of Soba.
Okay. I
Oh,
thought
it doesn't. It doesn't actually move like
No.
Mjolnir.
It's not Mjolnir. It phases back to your hand.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say you
Mhm.
could do some funny shit, like if you got it like really lodged into a wall.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
The returning can't.
Just
The
hi,
returning can't
Umbra.
bring the
Come
weapon
on up.
back to you, so it would bring you back to the weapon. You could use it as a grappling hook.
That's how
Oh,
Thor
right.
works. Is it?
Yeah, that's how
Whatever.
Thor's done that before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The Kenku
That's how
is that
Thor flies.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
Thor's flying mechanics are like super goofy, actually.
Yeah.
yeah
he just
that's
throws the hammer
super
really hard
jank.
and holds on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's
Alright,
not
so-
how throwing works.
no, not so much. All right, the Kenku will move forward. Move forward. It will look at Soba with disgust but more of annoyance, and then it will hit the statue, hit the scarecrow with its cane. It is not. If anybody who's paying attention will note that it's not simply hitting the scarecrow. It is hitting it with its cane, which is releasing a spurt of necromantic energy. A skeleton falls over.
Bird is magic. Kill it.
Oh. Wait.
It's that skeleton over there and not the one that's hitting me.
Hmm?
It's
Um,
that skeleton over there and not the one that's hitting me.
Actually, it would be the
Just to be
closest
clear.
one. Actually, no, it would be the closest one. No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's still not the one that's hitting me. That's fine.
See, Soba's instincts correct. Bird magic evil.
But he's turning
Alright.
them off, though. I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Yeah, no,
it is.
I
Cass, you're
I
up.
agree. He is. Yeah. So I have a question. When I
Hello,
am
yes?
turning this beam, does it set fire to anything as I am turning it toward this dude?
Again, the crops are not actually. You know,
Right, but I am also firing a giant solar beam.
This
True.
is the sun.
Yeah, it'll probably spark a little bit of fires, but again, you're close to a wetlands and you know so.
Yeah,
And
no, that's fair. I just
you
asking.
just finished walking through a floodplain, you know, so like.
Yeah. So yeah, I fire it sort of this direction, and it
Mhm.
probably hits both the scarecrow and Laam
Mhm.
and the skeleton, and also the skeleton that he just deactivated
Mm-hmm.
for DC 28 or no, not 28, 28, 21.
I'm gonna laugh when Jay turns around and says, "Alright, so this was a level 20 necromancer. You all die."
18 damage.
Kills the skeleton. Lam does actually save, and that's half then.
Mhm.
Okay.
And does anything happen to that thing? Because like I'm hitting it basically full force.
With you're not attacking it with
The
anything.
totem?
You're not hitting the totem with anything in necromantic, correct?
No, just radiant damage and force.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So like, probably it gets knocked over.
No, it's actually
Yeah.
surprisingly resilient.
Oh, okay,
Really?
fair. All right, well that's it for me.
All right.
And like the light dies down. Like that's clearly the end of the spell.
Mm-hmm. Those. Bye-bye. Rodolak, it is your turn. The skeletons who had their initiative there have already perished. You have
Okay,
seen everything that Lam has just done.
Just to confirm, Lam here was diffusing some of the skeletons, right?
That is correct.
Mhm.
Okay. All right then. I'm gonna do an attack on this cleaver guy is disarmed, right? The one right here.
That is correct. And bound. That one still has not come out of its binding yet. It failed super hard.
All right, I'm gonna help
Come here, Umbra.
Flicker over here.
Umbra.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to attack.
Ooh,
I'm
spooky.
gonna try to disarm it.
I think that one's still flat-footed.
Even if
Which
it
means
wasn't,
it'll
he
be
would.
easy for me to Go ahead.
Even if it wasn't, it would be flat-footed because you're flanking now.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm gonna disarm him.
Yeah.
Since I got a +2 on that. Whatever the flanking bonus is for the flat-footed, I'll keep that in mind. Here we go.
+2. Or minus, yeah.
Okay, that is a 27. That is a 29.
That's a crit.
Damn.
Nice.
So he's disarmed. Do I do
Mhm.
damage?
Does the disarm do damage?
I don't think it does.
I don't think it does. I think it just disarms. I mean,
Double check the disarm property. On
I'm looking at it right now, yeah. On a critical, do you have anything in your offhand?
I've got
Main
my
gauche.
gauche.
Alright. If you want to sheath it as a free action, by with a critical success, you can take the weapon into your hand instead of having it fall to the floor.
Sure.
You now
Yeah,
have
I'll
a
do that.
machete.
Okay,
Let's
I'm gonna
go,
take the
machete.
machete and attack the other guy.
Yeah.
That's like
You know what they
next
say about a guy with 2 knives?
He's got 2 knives.
Seems really happy.
Mm-hmm. You
I
attacking
need
the
to
same
check
one or the other one?
thing. The,
Okay.
Third one.
I'm gonna attack the other one.
Okay.
What is that purring noise?
That's my cat.
Cat.
I'm making my cat slightly unhappy to
I
make a noise.
demand cat tax.
Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I could do devise a stratagem once per round. So I'm gonna try doing this. All right, 11. That would be 22 for my
Yeah, that
attack on
hits.
the other guy with the machete.
That does hit.
All right. Oh wait, is the machete an agile or finesse weapon?
No. No, it is not.
Okay, so I can't add my intelligence modifier. I have not been adding my intelligence modifier to any of my attacks.
Yeah, you see, that's why I had to ask.
It is
Dumb.
it is hybrid slashing blunt, so you do not take penalties for either if it resists either one of those.
Alright, let's roll this the dice. That is a 16 plus my base attack, which is my strength or dex, which I've got a strength. I got a dex of +2.
That is a lot of damages.
That is 18, and he is now flat-footed as I share my stratagem with Flicker.
That particular skeleton is nearly shredded.
That's the deadest skeleton we ever did see.
It is having like a whole day of it. All right. That's your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's see if this skeleton can roll like a billion to actually get out. It actually does manage to shake off and some of the bindings and stand back up, but that's its whole turn. It does not have any further turn.
That's my turn now.
Yep.
Right, I'm gonna shoot at this one.
Mm-hmm.
A kablam. Oh, I don't think that's gonna be enough.
We're almost done with the session, and you do still have a hero point they haven't used this for this game. Just saying.
I do still have like 2 more actions, so I think I'll just.
Alright.
By the way, just to be clear, 6 plus 12 would not have made it. Yeah.
No, it would not. AC is 21.
Okay. Okay, I'm pretty sure this one will do it. 22.
All right.
All right, so that's really gotta check if there's anything else that adds to it, but
Yep.
1d6
That hits because of the stratagem.
1d6. Oh, nice. That's nice. 4 plus 3 dexterity 7
All right.
with no. Yeah.
That finishes it off.
I then yell over to Soba. Soba, I don't think he's trying to harm us. Please don't kill him.
Oh. Silva like turns to you, looks at them, looks at the sword, and then just like holds up like thumb and forefinger like just barely apart, like a little.
You already crit him.
Flicker just like motions no with his head.
Silva looks a little sad and then puts her sword away.
All right, that's my turn.
And the skeleton is going to try to punch Rodolak. Because he doesn't have a weapon anymore, you know, so like...
Yep.
That's off the table.
That feels so much more personal.
Miss. That's a hit. Okay, you do get hit, but it's just a punch, so that is only 5 damage. And... yeah, that's his turn. Cece, you're up.
I think she's at the... just because we're on the, like, line down here. I think she's gonna have her spider jump onto the back of the skeleton that had the cleaver here.
Mm-hmm.
And just start dismantling it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Combat.
It's just like, pop, jawbone comes off, pop, skull.
That's
I
reasonable.
would
One
start.
piece at a
I would
time.
start with the. I would start with the arms, personally.
Well, it's already
I
missing
mean,
one,
you
basically.
remove a scapula and that's pretty bad.
Yeah. Like, trust me on this. You remove several of the vertebra, and it cannot move. It's confined to a wheelchair.
Now, I have just one... So, I just have one question. Soba,
Yeah.
is the encounter over, or are you going to make things very messy?
Soba is pouting. Soba is pouting because she did put her sword away.
Okay. Lam is going to use the 2 actions to strike the effigy twice more. The other skeletons fall apart, go to the ground. Lam looks at all of you, and just pauses for a few moments, stares at Koss for a little bit longer than you might expect. Then turns around, starts walking back, looks back, and gestures for you to follow him.
All right.
Hmm.
And I believe
I say we follow.
And I believe that's a good stopping point, as we have been playing for time clock.
Please, I'm dying.
Please do not die.
Do not the dead.
Do not the dead.
Yeah.
My
Like-
chest just hurts a lot. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. It's because your heart's
That
so
does
big.
not sound like fun. Yeah.
Uh,
I can't live.
This is because I bruised my it's because I bruised my diaphragm.
Please
Ra-
take care of Liv.
yeah.
Liv, I like Liv.
Yeah. Wrapping up, how do you guys feel about
Take
this?
care of Liv. She's my friend.
Yeah.
Ow, ow, fuck,
It
ow.
was a fun. It was a fun.
Stop
section.
making Liv smile and laugh.
It was a fun session, and at least I finally got that mystery. You saw that mystery item. Though what it did, I still don't know.
You know.
I have decided on a name for our mystery metal too, by the way.
Okay.
Oh yeah?
Tibilium.
Tibilium was it called
Alright.
that?
Because it is currently Cece's tibia.
Oh, fuck. Love that.
I was.
That's actually great.
I was actually. So you reminded me that you had that item, and I was just like, going to have it do. I was actually going to do that today, anyways. I was hoping that you had forgotten that you had it in your inventory, but then like this week you were like, I still got this item. We haven't done anything with that. I was like, okay, yep, okay, good. I'm glad you. Okay.
I'm
mean.
I'm down for this. Yep,
I'm-
let's do this.
I am very, very glad that I got the two like extremes of Soba emotion of Soba get to smash, hooray, and then also Soba told not to smash, sad.
The full range of Soba's emotional
The full range.
capacity.
She is a
Alrighty,
simple
folks.
woman. When she does not understand, she smash, or she asks the smart people to fix for her.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate having Soba around to smash the things that I, a weak person, cannot do.
I am honestly amazed at how low your health pools are. I take 20 hit points and I'm like, wait, that's it? And you take 20 hit points and you're like, oh no.
Okay, no, I'm a caster with 0 constitution.
Yeah, it makes it difficult to balance.
In a wheelchair.
True. It makes it difficult to balance
Jake.
encounters because anything that can meaningfully threaten Soba could nearly one-shot Koss.
See,
Yeah,
I
no.
feel like this is where fucking Jade just needs to just drop a fucking rock on Soba and say, right, Soba's out of the campaign, she can come back later.
You would not hesitate to reroll as Husa.
I would not. Yeah, no. Husa, no, not that one, would immediately join the party.
That's so funny because my thought was that like Jade could immediately like just kill Koss and no one would notice.
And just
Just
another
like,
Koss shows
yeah,
up.
Koss died because Koss was in combat.
True. So, on one hand, you guys solved a mystery. On the other hand, I think it just opened up a dozen more.
Yeah, you cut
I
out
got
like
none of that.
for most of that. On one hand, you guys solved a mystery. On the other hand, you guys, and then
On-
nothing.
Sorry. On one hand, you guys solved a mystery. On the other hand, I believe that you sparked a dozen more.
Yeah, we sparked a dozen more. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's the ideal.
Yeah.
And
All right, well,
Yeah.
victory
Okay,
meow
okay,
for this
Jade, I am-
mystery solved.
Jade, I am going to ask, if only for your sanity.
hi.
Do you want me to switch Soba out at some point?
Oh no, I like Soba.
Okay.
If
Why?
you-
Why?
if-
Why
if-
would you want to switch out Soba?
Why?
Because, like Jade said, it is impossible to balance a team full of squishies and then one character that can eat like something that would kill each of you 4 times over.
Liv,
No, it's,
Yeah.
it's
Liv, she could
Yeah.
kill me
That literally
very
sounds
easily, and I would be very happy if she did so. I'm
Yeah.
happy
No,
with
it-
being cast. I'm happy with not being cast. It's fine. You're good.
Honestly, Cost is going to be fairly important plot-wise in the next couple of scenarios. So like,
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
it is not at the time. If you wanted Cost wants to die, I'm going to defer that for a few sessions.
Oh no, I'm
If
not.
you
I'm
did-
not into him dying. I'm just like
Okay.
with it.
And
Yeah.
just to clarify, that really is what it is. If you want to re-roll a character, I will try to formulate a valiant opportunity for you to perish.
Like I'm not even saying perish. It's like if you're like, hey yo, like Soba's making combat way too fucking hard to balance. Like straight
No,
up, like
no,
Soba
no.
would be totally on board with just hanging out with the Gripply for a few sessions or something. I don't know.
No. It's fine. A, we're not terribly combat heavy. B, it's a good challenge for me as a DM to figure out how to handle things. And I think this combat encounter went well. You were threatened without without
Yeah.
being either overpowered or or
Yeah, like
underpowered.
it just has to be enough enemies that Soba can't kill them all immediately.
and then
and
Soba's
that-
job is how do I
that,
protect
like,
my friends.
Handles it.
Yeah,
Exactly,
that's
yeah.
true. That's true.
So,
Plus,
so
there's also like we can have combat encounters where combat isn't the whole thing.
That's
yeah,
true.
which we've done many times, right?
That's,
mean, that's-
basically all of the combat encounters we've done except for like 2.
Yeah.
So
That's how I like to run combat. Even this one
that's
had
what I figure. Yeah.
even this one had a natural timer with Lam going up there, just because. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like, so all of the combat we've had except 1. Yeah.
Mhm.
So like, yeah.
And that one was necessary because you had to finish off the cockatrice so that you could, learn about their internals. Speaking of internals, how you feeling about the session, Sprig? How you feeling about this?
I'm pretty good.
Good. Glad to hear.
Make
It
sword
will
out
make-
of leg of CC.
It will make a lot more sense later on as you learn more, but this was a very interesting and cool moment. But keep a note of that stat that you have received. There will be a
have it in my notes.
cool, and just for the record, the stat is going to scale roughly equally with your will stat for now,
Oh no.
which means that you'll have to use either good rolls or dice manipulations to pass checks on it.
I mean, that'd be a good thing.
It's probably fine.
Yeah. It's
Oh.
probably fine. She definitely won't turn into some kind of weird automaton that tries to kill me.
But like really though, that reveal of everybody going, "Oh my goodness, oh no," that's why I love DMing. Like just genuinely, that moment of every single player going, "Oh," just fills me with happiness.
That clang. The clang. Yeah.
CC
It's-
was a robot all time.
As every single player in the game goes, "Oh."
You know what, Soba? I'm totally down for that conspiracy theory. You and me, we are totally in on CC was a robot the entire time.
You got questions to answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty. I'm heading off for now. I hope you
Yeah.
guys enjoyed.
A pleasure as
Yeah,
always.
Magus.
I'm about to go to, but before I do, Soba turns to CC and go, CC, Did you make yourself a robot, or you robot CC made to replace CC? Where is real CC? That is
What?
gonna
Sissy
be an
does
actual
not
thing.
handle combat nearly as well. She didn't clue into the fact that her leg is metal yet.
I honestly don't know if Soba did either, because Soba was busy like killing skeleton. But like,
Oh,
but like I feel like that would be a thing she would ask eventually.
it is entirely a thing she would ask, but it's the kind of thing that, like, I would say, Soba, Cece, when she got hit, there was a noise. Did you hear the noise?
Soba did hear noise.
I
It
heard
wasn't the
noise.
thing hitting. It wasn't her. It wasn't hitting her wheelchair. That was her leg.
Oh,
Cece
wheelchair is actually leg.
is partly robot.
What
It
if
also could
what
be
if the leg
entirely
is the wheelchair
possible
and the
that
wheelchair is leg?
it could
Well,
also
we
be
have to find
entirely.
out.
It
Go
could
ahead.
also be entirely. You know what? Never mind. You'll all figure it out for yourselves. I'm going to go over here.
Hey, Rodelac. Hey, Rodelac. You doing
What
good,
if
buddy?
wheelchair made of flesh?
You know what?
Like,
You know what?
point.
I'm down for this. Let's do this.
Let him talk.
Cece?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Cece,
He gestures forcefully over at Cece. He's like, you realize that she just got dripped with the strange, mysterious goo, and now she's bound to be ending up like one of them skeleton folks. I'm sorry. I've been trying to say this for the past 10 minutes. And all tact has gone out the window.
That is silly, Rotalak. It's clearly more obvious that leg is actually chair and chair is made of flesh.
I don't think that's true.
what kind of investigator are you? Like, leg, obviously metal. Chair,
We do not have like
Possibly
journey still
flesh.
out on whether
Like-
chair made of flesh or not.
yeah, we know the leg is made of metal. Hey, Cece, how you doing?
Actually,
What are you
actually,
talking about? My leg is made of metal. I'm currently bleeding.
True. It
Yeah,
did.
but like
Like
the
all over the place.
so I go over to Cece. Can I lift up your leg? She says no. Good point.
Understandable. Have a good day.
Are we still in the role play or are we good?
I
I thought we were
know
done, but I guess
anymore.
not. I don't know. I'm cool with
yeah,
whatever.
I gotta go anyway. I
We-
can't breathe very good. I'm gonna go.
See-
All right.
see you guys
You're all
later.
wonderful.
All right, let's go
Cheers.
so you can breathe good.
Night night.
Bye.
Night, night.
Good night.
That was fun.
Papa.
Sprig, I apologize for stepping in and taking a role for you there. But I thought it was funny enough
For which?
for saying you would say no to me saying,
Oh,
here, let me hold up your leg and show you that it's metal.
No. Fair, I think. Just as a notice, there will be a content warning for mention of suicide in the next episode.
Okay. You
it's-
kind of cut off there after the word suicide.
Yeah, in the next episode.
Yeah, that's what I figured you were saying.
Okay.
Congress welcomes Nimrod Holostrums.
But we will see that next time. This has been
Yeah.
this was a good session. I know
This
we went
was
a
a
bit
lot of
longer than usual, but I mean, we got everything that we needed to do, and I needed there to be a combat session for CC to get hit by something, for this to happen, and then it just crits happen. Okay, I rolled a lot of 20s today.
Yeah.
I also
I mean,
rolled a
we
lot of
started-
ones.
Sorry.
You
We
really,
started-
really did. Like, mostly you rolled 20s and 1s.
That's
We
me though,
started
right?
with two-
Yeah,
the game
it really
started
is.
with two nat 20s.
Mm-hmm. It really did.
In a row. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then
All
we
right.
also had 2 nat 1s in a row at 1.2.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
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 my luck
what-
on full display, right? Not the
Yeah,
best luck, not the
Jade
worst
does
luck,
this.
just the most luck.
Jade does this,
Yeah.
and it's not just to Jade; it's to everyone around her.
Yeah. But streamer luck, except it's just me before I even started streaming. This is how it worked.
Yeah, no, I can vouch for this.
All right. I'm going to sign off now. You are all wonderful, and I appreciate you, and you're all lovely.
Not you!
Ah!
And I,
Like the video, or whatever. Cheers.
yeah, like it,
Push the
subscribe,
buttons!
Buttons!
push
All the buttons!
Hit the bell.
Yeah, the bell is basically like subscribing twice, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, by the way, did you notice
Oh,
that
yeah.
whenever you say subscribe, the subscribe button like does a little color thing?
Yee.
Did you see the...
kinda
What's up
weird.
with you?
Ba 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 ba
Did
ba.
you see the short that I sent you earlier?
I shall check it out.